And welcome to Corner Canyon High School Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Skin Science. Dusty Lister and Mark Winterton with you. As tonight the Lone Peak Knights come in to Corner Canyon. And Mark, this game is decided one of the most exciting wins during Corner Canyon's 40-game winning streak. And Lone Peak hoping to finish the deal that started 2 years ago, where they couldn't quite seal the deal to stop it on a big night here at Corner Canyon.
Well, Lone Peak's never beaten Corner Canyon in the life of, I guess, Corner Canyon High School. And so that's a tough one for Lone Peak. They come in here with this excitement. And you know the Corner Canyon athletes are thinking about this win, even though they say they're not. But 49 wins, a state record, is huge.
And the kick is going to go through, and it's an Uno. Kind of, sort of. And that'll bring out the Corner Canyon offense and actually bringing out the Lone Peak defense. This defense played really well last week against Sky Ridge. They have to play well again tonight.
First off, what a kick. Did that thing go through the uprights?
It was really close if it didn't.
So Lone Peak, they come in with a great defense this year. You know, looking back at last year, and a lot of people are kind of compared to last year, Lone Peak defense was tough this year. Are they as good this year?
We're going to find out.
Time will tell.
Brown going to take a shot on first down. He's got Cody Hagan. And Hagan has the catch inside the 40. You can know it's coming. It's another one to stop it. Cody Hagan, the top receiver in the state of Utah, with a big gain.
Well, we talked to both coaches before the game, and we knew that was coming. You knew they were going to go deep on the first play of the game, and that's exactly what we saw. They want to make them stop that pass game.
So after the big play to Hagan, again, the starting quarterback for Corner Canyon, Devin Brown, young man committed currently to USC. As a empty set backfield, going to fire underneath, and again to Hagan. Hagan drags all the way across the formation, scoots out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and another first down. 2 plays, 2 first downs for Corner Canyon.
Well, Lone Peak was playing a little deeper on that one, and they were able to get him underneath, and for good yardage. Another first down.
And it's big. I mean, how big is this game for Lone Peak? We talk about having beaten them, but they lost to Corner Canyon in the semifinals 2 years ago, lost them to the state championship game last year.
Well, they're coming off a loss against Sky Ridge, and so they really need a win. They need to get a win in this region.
Well, and they're ready for it. Coach Brockbank felt like they had a good week as they throw over the middle, and that's complete to DeGrassi. And DeGrassi has the first down. We thought maybe that ball was intended to Hagan, but it gets all the way to, probably has John King. I thought that was DeGrassi, but John King, the other lacrosse player, makes the catch. And it's a 1st and goal now for Corner Canyon.
Yeah, and he was brought down by Hansen, who Hansen is just a complete athlete for Lone Peak. He's all over the field. And
Cale Hansen, remember, he did not get to play in the state championship game a year ago. He had the game-winning play against Sky Ridge in the semifinals, tested positive for COVID the week of the state championship game. Is Brown going to throw in the end zone, and a little miscommunication between he and King, and it is now 2nd and goal.
And I have to say, you are just an encyclopedia of knowledge. You know so much about both of these teams.
Been a while. We've been around for a long time. I think it's good to hear somebody say nice things. Preston, the intern, gives me nonsense. Vince gives me nonsense. Dane gives me nonsense. An encyclopedia of information. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that.
Well, and as we're down on the field, I mean, you know everybody.
Try 2nd and goal now for Brown. Gonna fire incomplete in on the hands. The ball intended for Jet Miney, and thought maybe Lone Peak would have a shot at that one, and falls incomplete. And there was Tahi, I believe, was right there.
Well, and if you haven't watched Corner Canyon this year, you're going to hear a whole lot of Brown to Miney. Miney had 250 yards last week.
Oh, against Sky Ridge, yeah.
Oh, was that Sky Ridge last week?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, that's right.
They were out in Westlake.
That's right. Yeah, 250 yards against Sky Ridge, which is that's a tough one because Sky Ridge's defense is phenomenal.
Fotu has that coverage on Miney. He can throw the middle, the ball incomplete. Cale Hansen jumps in front of the intended receiver. Again, trying to find that one into. This one was intended for Blaze DeGrassi. Or DeGrassi, rather.
Yeah, and he had both Miney and DeGrassi there. Maybe he's going, hey, I got 2 guys there. I'm going to throw it up. One of them's going to come down with it.
And but Cale Hansen breaks it up, and that's going to bring on the field goal unit. And if you're Coach Denny, you're going to feel like, hey, this is a win. You get the field goal unit to come out after the big first play to Hagan. And the field goal attempt is up and good. 10:49 left in the first quarter, and the opening drive leads to 3 for Corner Canyon. As it is Corner Canyon 3, Lone Peak 0. You're watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Skin Science. At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Ouch! Gonna need some pills for that one.
Hey! Prescription pain pills can be dangerous!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Easy there. You're her parent, not a drill sergeant. More love, then they'll listen.
Know your script. Talk to your kids about prescriptions the right way.
Jake said these are awesome for studying.
Line. You shouldn't ever take someone else's medication.
Know your script. Talk to your kids about the dangers of sharing prescriptions.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute. Yeah, welcome back to Corner Canyon High School, again, Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, brought to you by Skin Science. Dusty Lister and Mark Winterton with you, and it was an opening drive for Corner Canyon that settles for 3. They had first and goal at the 7, and this Lone Peak defense, they stood up and now give their offense a chance to come out and get the lead.
Yeah, really a win for the Lone Peak defense. Like you said it before, it was. I'm sure that Coach Brockbank's going, hey, we held him to 3. Now let's go down and get a touchdown.
We'll see if the bounce back is real here for Lone Peak. It was a tough Friday evening against Sky Ridge. Coach Brockbank, we talked before the game, said, hey, we feel like we mentally misfired against Sky Ridge. They have a very, very good defense, but he expects a sharper game on the offensive side of the ball tonight. Yeah,
he kind of felt like maybe they overlooked. And the big one of his keys is of course, offense is to control the ball and control the time, stay out on the field.
And you got to help out that defense against this high-powered offense, and that is possession, as they're going to start on the ground. That's Willits on the carry. And Willits has a good push from behind that offensive line, getting the push and a gain of 4, maybe 5 on first down to make it 2nd down and 5 for the Knights.
Well, that's kind of Lone Peak offense this year. Establish the run with Willits, make them stop the run there, and hopefully open up the pass game.
I'm just really hoping. I only going to do it in highlights to say, look at that little Willits run. I'm hoping he gets loose so I can do it in the game. There's 2nd and 5. Want to stay ahead of the chains here. 2-by-2 formation for Comer. Easton Comer, his first year starting at quarterback. And he's looked to throw. Looks right, fires right, got his man for a short gain, and on the reception is Max Bateman. So it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Lone Peak.
Score's pass is complete, comes up just shy of the first down.
Bateman is a tight end for these guys. Runs tight end, and he does a good job. He's a big man that they can find, and they'll go to him often.
That's finding that rhythm early. No need to take something crazy. There's Crew McChesney at the top of the screen. Luke, don't call me Hobbs Hyde on the outside, near side, in the 2-by-1. Going to keep it on the ground. It's Willits, and he has the first down. Fresh set of downs for the Knights across the 30 to the 32. And hey, nothing else. Get that first down and just get your feet under you here, and not making Corner Canyon think about the run.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You know, the guys come out, you know they have butterflies and are a little nervous, and getting that first down settles you in. And you've still got now 4 more downs to get a first.
Yeah. Keep running the ball well. You're going to get those safeties and linebackers biting. As we got a flag to start the play, going deep, got a man, and Hyde can't catch up to it. Comer laid it out. A post-snap penalty, most likely this is a illegal formation. Remember, there's no free plays, so you can't jump off. That's a dead ball penalty. Let's see what we have. Yep, legal formation.
Yeah, Comer knew that one was coming back, and so he thought, hey, why not go deep to Hyde on this one? Hyde's got some wheels too.
Yes, he does. And Luke Hyde's guy we got to know really well was a 3-year starter at Woods Cross. And he is the only player in the state, since we started doing Deseret News Rewind, now Game Night Live Rewind, we've done our Game of the Week interviews at 2 different schools. We did it at Woods Cross 2 years ago, and then this year, after the big win a couple weeks ago for Lone Peak, is Comer on 1st and 15, throws wide, incomplete of Bateman, now 2nd and 15.
And Bateman took a shot there as that pass was out of reach.
I think it's going to be super important for Lone Peak to stretch the field here, Mark. If they allowed Corner Canyon to play deep and keep it deep, it could spell for a long night. 2-by-2 formation. It's Cole Christensen and Luke Hyde near side as the Corner Canyon faithful at full throat. Comer has time over the middle, and that ball complete to Bateman for 6. And Bateman to the 32, or probably 33-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 8.
Yeah, sure hands of Bateman. And you know, that was a 2nd down, and you could hear the crowd kind of go crazy, almost like it was a 3rd down.
Right.
And they've got quite the student body here for Corner Canyon. Packed. It's red, white, and blue night, too.
Red,
Dusty.
white, and blue night on senior night for the Chargers, as they will finish up the year, this regular season, next week at PG. 8:25 on the rolling clock in the first quarter. 3rd down and 8. Comer over the middle, got a man, Christensen for the first down. Christensen across midfield to the 48-yard line. And Lone Peak with a big-time 3rd down conversion.
Well, they had that penalty, and it put them way back. And they were able to fight out of that, get the first down, and get into Charger territory. It starts to show some character on Lone Peak's end.
So fresh set of downs inside of Corner Canyon territory at the 48-yard line. 3 receivers near side, Willits in the pistol. Corner Canyon was showing pressure, and now the check with me. Amazing to watch this offense and that form offense in the last 14 years really spread all over the state. And a play clock at 1, just got it off, and Comer's going to keep it. And rarely does Easton Comer keep it on the read. I don't know if he did it because of the jailbreak right up the middle at Willits. A gain of 7 on 1st down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was actually the planned play, but whatever.
No.
Comer found some room. He found some running room, and you know what? That's the offensive line. Credit the offensive line for holding their blocks and allowing him to be able to pick and choose what hole he went up on that one.
And the big Hall Mollies did a nice job on the right side. And it's 2nd down and 3. Hyde, the near side receiver. And they're going to turn, give to Willits. Starter step in the hole, and Willits inside the 35 and down to the 31. And another first down for Lone Peak. Look at that little Willits go. 1st and 10, Lone Peak.
Well, you got your opportunity.
Take it when it's there.
Willits just staying on his feet. You know, he had a couple of hits here and there, but there was no wrap-ups. And that's the big thing, is that you got to tackle. When you're going to tackle, you got to wrap up, and that's where Corner Canyon didn't do. And Willits was going to stay on his feet, and he just kept moving all the way to a first down.
Yeah, 2-by-1 here for the Knights. Going to go back on the ground with Willits. A little power action as he has a gain of maybe 2 to the 29-yard line.
Well, offensive line was unable to push the defensive line on that play, and Willits really didn't have anything. And of course, they pushed him 2 yards, but then the defense came around the brick wall and brought him down.
And nothing else. So this Lone Peak offense has got the defense a good blow after that drive with Corner Canyon, which was quick. led to 3 as we creep inside of 6 minutes left, down to 5:55 on a rolling clock. Second down and 8. Comer gonna take off. It parted on that zone, and Comer with a nice run, and it's down. He is down to the 23-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2. 2-down territory here for Lone Peak.
Yeah, that was good vision on Comer's part. You could see that everybody kind of had gone deep with the receivers, and as like you said, it parted ways. He could see that opening, and I thought he was going to get a first down, but the defense came down upon him quick.
This defensive front is shifty. They're big. Maybe not the names they had a couple years ago with Jackson Johnson and others. 3rd down and 2. Play action, Comer. And Hyde was moving before he caught it. In and out of the hands of the sure-handed Luke Hyde. And it's a complete 4th down and a decision time here for Lone Peak and Coach Brockbank. Remember last week they lined up for a field goal against Skyridge, had it blocked.
Well,
Dozer, Durfee coming on.
Hyde knew that was a catch, and it should have been. He did. He looked. He was excited to turn around and run, and he did it too soon, and that's why the catch did not happen.
There we go. 4th down and 2 as the Dozer comes in. Durfee in the backfield behind Comer. Then it go downhill with Durfee. And Luke Durfee has the first down.
Durfee's a beast, and they do. They use him a lot. They used him last year like this. They used him this year. He's going to get that extra yardage just because he's a big kid and he falls forward so far. He's going to get another yard.
Hey, you remember all of us who played in the 90s and early 2000s, we all wore big shelf shoulder pads. I mean, so we look big, we might not have been. Durfee looks big. We did that interview with him a couple weeks ago. Durfee's a solid dude. I mean, he's a big boy.
He doesn't wear those big shoulder pads.
He does not. Doesn't have to.
They're just there. They're already there.
They're called his traps and his deltoids. 1st and 10. Play action to Durfee. Fire to the outside and a flag on the play. Catch is made by McChesney. But this might be a hold on Lone Peak based on where that flag was thrown.
So, complete different style of offense right now is what we're seeing. Corner Canyon goes down, they score quick, they don't use any clock. Lone Peak, they run, they let that clock roll. And I mean, it's smart because, hey, in most games, you're going to see Corner Canyon up 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. And right now, we're closing in on the end of the first quarter. And if Lone Peak can go down and score, they're going to be up.
As long as you're getting first downs, right? And what hurts you are penalties. I mean, that's a spot foul, so it's down 1st and 22 when it was first down. 4:20 left in the first quarter, so after the holding penalty against Lone Peak, 2 receivers near side, Durfee in the backfield with Comer. Gonna go play action once again, fired over the middle, got Hyde! And it just overthrew him! Hyde could not catch up to him on the deep post.
Oh, Hyde had his man beat. He felt it, he could see it, and it was almost like he was kind of cutting in just a little more than, how should I put it? Cutting into the field, and Comer wanted him a little deeper, and that's where the ball was thrown. That's why a little overthrown.
Now, Comer threw more of a skinny post instead of that true post, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but oh, what a chance.
Oh, it was there. That was there.
Missed opportunity.
Put that one in your cap. We'll be thinking about this game later on. 4:13 left in the quarter. 2nd down and 22. Going to screen him. This is Willits on the screen. He's got a seam. Willits inside the 10. 1st and goal, Lone Peak.
Oh, Lone Peak defensive line fell for that. Like you've never seen. Usually you're let through so easily, you know, oh, it's a screen. They come through that and completely fooled them as you find Willits, and boy, that kid can find some room from there.
Jackson Willits sets him up 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. You said it, Mark. It parted. Normally you heard me say, let your blockers down in front of you. Didn't have to. Willits, it was a seam all the way inside the 5.
Huge opportunity here for Lone Peak to go up on Corner Canyon.
Everybody in the stadium knows this is going to number 5. 3:35 on a rolling clock. Going to go to the Dozer. Durfee into the defense across the goal line, and it's a Lone Peak touchdown.
Exactly as you said, he's the dozer. He falls forward and he stays stiff as a board so that he's not going to touch his knees before the goal line. He falls right into that end zone, and that's exactly how he got that end zone touchdown.
You want to know why you do squats and power cleans in the offseason? Right there. That was leg drive and pushing through for Luke Durfee. And an unfamiliar spot for Corner Canyon. We'll get to it in a minute with 3:30 left in the first quarter. Point after is up, and it is good. The first time, I'll go double check this, might be the first time this year Corner Canyon has trailed this season. 3:30 left in the first quarter. No? They did it. Trail can stay up. You're right. First time to stay up. So second time in region play. Vince got that one. Preston wasn't even on it. But what a drive for Lone Peak.
Oh, huge drive. And even after a couple of big penalties that put him in a bit of a hole, and they're able to come out of it. So this momentum, as far as Lone Peak goes, you know, they're coming back from a game. They lose to Sky Ridge. You know, Coach Brockbank thinks, hey, maybe we didn't, maybe we overlooked them, and that's why. But they lose to Sky Ridge, so they're coming into this game. They know, well, everyone knows.
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows. Corner Canyon looking to get their 49th win, which will be a state record. They tied the state record of 48, which Duchesne and Corner Canyon now own that. And actually, I talked with Coach Cowan, and Coach Cowan of Duchesne. I've talked to him several times through the years. We've talked about that actual record, and I had an opportunity to catch up with him yesterday, and he chatted with me, and he doesn't want the record to be beat. Of course he doesn't.
Who doesn't?
No one wants their record to be beat. And truthfully, he's like, someday it will be. But he did not think it was going to happen this soon. I mean, he's still coaching, you know?
Well, you think about these last 48 games for Corner Canyon. Let me give you some numbers. The average score in the last 48 games for the Chargers, the average score, Corner Canyon 40, we'll call it 48, I'm going to round up. Corner Canyon 48, the opponent 14.
Wow.
In the last 48 games, 4 games have been within 7 points. No team has done it twice. Last year against Sky Ridge was a 29-26 win for Corner Canyon. 2019, not bringing up the score here for Lone Peak. That same year in the semifinals, there was a 20-15 game against Olympus. And in 2018, a 28-20 win against Jordan. In the last 7 games, or probably last 48 games, Corner Canyon has 7 shutouts. And then also in the last 48 games, Corner Canyon has held their opponents to 7 points or less 18 times. So this isn't just about an explosive offense, which it is for Corner Canyon. You're going to have to take care of both sides of the ball. But what is Lone Peak built to do? Something totally different. They play great defense, and Ryan Denny does a terrific job. And their offense, if they can run the ball, they did tonight with Brock Brockbank, he's not going to get caught up in a pass-happy night. They want to run the ball and control the clock, and he's done that on that first drive.
Yeah, that's exactly what he mentioned, and they've done that. They did that in the first drive. Now, how does Corner Canyon respond?
Well, we saw the start against AF. That ball goes through the end zone. AF jumped out on him 7-0. And truthfully, folks, if you didn't watch that game, Corner Canyon turned the ball over their first 3 possessions. First drive ended in a turnover, second drive ended in an interception, third drive ended turnover on downs, and AF only scored 1 touchdown. Only put 7 points on the board. And that was kind of that difference. And when Corner Canyon scored after that, it was a tale of 2 games. So Lone Peak now gave up the big play on that first drive. They bowed up. Second drive, see what they do. 3:30 left in the first quarter and a free 5 yards on the offside penalty.
Yeah, Darrington jumped there. And that's a tough one, you know.
He's a little jacked up.
You're back, you're ready to go. You're like, I am going to get to him.
You're ready to show, hey, this isn't last drive. I want to get our offensive ball back. 2-by-2 formation for Brown. Trey Kofe in the backfield with Brown. He's a good running back and a screen guy as well. Going to go to Kofe, and Kofe, he is buried in the backfield. A nice job of coming on that backside and filling in Connor Kelly.
You know, this Connor Kelly guy, huge. He stands 6'5". 6'5", over 200 pounds. And They lost their whole defensive line last year. I mean, their whole defensive line graduated. So these are new guys, but the thing is those backup guys last year, that's these guys, and they're tough.
So Darrington, again, having a hard time holding his water here on that front. 2:55 on a rolling clock, 10 seconds on the play clock for Brown. As Eric Carrot changing the play, down to 5 seconds. 2, and they just got the snap off. Brown steps up, fires the outside for Hagan, and he's out of bounds, incomplete. Cody Hagan could not work the sideline there. Nice job of coming over on the defense.
But did you see Brown stand in the pocket? And of course offensive line did a great job, but those defensive linemen were all around him, and he stood in the pocket, made the throw, great throw, just finds the out of bounds and incomplete pass.
Brown there on the defense as well. Matthew Brown knocked him out of bounds. So.
I guess you should say caught out of bounds, not incomplete, right?
3rd down and 6. 2:38 left in the first quarter. Big 3rd down for the Lone Peak defense. Gonna bring a blitz. Brown steps up, and Kelly's there. He had the big tackle on 2nd down, or probably 1st and 5, and now a sack that's gonna get the punting unit on the field, and Lone Peak gonna get the ball back.
Well, I don't think this is definitely not something that anyone was expecting tonight, is to see Corner Canyon come away with 3 on their first drive and now be forced to punt. 3 and out on their second drive.
One thing you know, if you've been around high school football enough here in the state of Utah, Ryan Denny is outstanding at scheming a defense. As that ball is kicked away, and it'll take a night roll to the 43-yard line. But Ryan Denny was a defensive line coach at Timpview. Matter of fact, he was a defensive line coach at Timpview, and Timpview went on their 36-game winning streak, which was the record before Duchesne broke it. He was the defensive line coach during that run for Louis Wong. Played a long time for the Bills as a BYU guy. Then he moved over, moved over to Lone Peak as defensive coordinator, and you've seen his thumbprint all over the place, including the state championship 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
He's making these defensive linemen guys that are gonna play at the next level.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of them.
Yeah,
the Michael Daly gonna go. Is that BYU? John Henry Daly, JHD,
will be playing.
Yeah, Eric Carrot told me he was the best defensive player he's ever coached against in the state of Utah.
Well, and if you had a chance to watch him last year, I don't think you could argue with it.
Comer on 1st down, play action, fires complete to McChesney. His crew, that long line of McChesneys, the youngest with the catch at the 49-yard line.
Long line of speedsters is what they are. They got some speed in them.
How old I feel is I remember when Jackson was a freshman. Man alive.
Man, you are old, aren't you?
I won't say how old.
We're not going to mention. I think I'm older
yet. I don't have a 37. I'll be 38 next month.
Oh yeah. See, I got you
Wouldn't
by a lot of years. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, we'll get that off camera. As the officials I think they're trying to get clocks right. Coach Satera had some questions here near side, defensive coordinator for the Chargers. I asked him about this offense. Lone Peak and said, "What do you think?" He goes, "Dusty, it's a good offense." He said, "I'm not worried about what they did last year because this is a good offense." And he knew it. 1:48 left in the first quarter, 2nd down and 4. And again, a flag on the play, going to be another formation penalty against Lone Peak. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 because there's not a post-snap penalty for offsides on the defense in high school football. So they're going to confer if they had enough men on the line of scrimmage.
I'll make it a 2nd and 9 then? Is that what it's going to do, Dusty?
You want to know something that's going to drive Coach Brockbank insane? That's the 3rd offensive penalty, 2nd formation penalty. That last drive, they overcame them.
They were able to. And this one's not too bad. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9's feasible.
Yeah.
What was that one? First and
1st and 15. Yeah, first 15, yeah, and then the 1st and 22.
Yeah, the 1st and 15. But then the big, of course, Willits overcame that one with a long screenplay.
So 2nd and 9, going to throw. Comer going to throw outside to Willits and Oler. There's a bunch of blue jerseys. Harrison Taggart one of the fastest linebackers in the Western United States.
And if you've seen him run track, holy cow. He's the fastest kid I've seen in high school.
Well, he's just a little slower than his 4x100 teammate in Cody Hagan. Hagan runs a 10.3, 100. But you remember last year, that track meet at BYU, you had Bishop Gorman guys come up, and most people know, we covered Bishop Gorman a lot over the last 5 years. They thought they were going to walk in and kill that track meet. And they had guys that even finished in the top 5.
Because of
Corner Canyon and their speedsters. And the McKenzie brothers at Pineview.
Right.
Bringing extra pressure. Comer going deep. He's got a man. McChesney just can't catch up to it. Comer had a little bit of pressure getting to him and just overthrew McChesney. And it'll be 4th down, and a punt unit will come off to Lone Peak.
Well, so far from the 2 drives we've seen of Lone Peak, I'm actually surprised at Comer's arm strength. You know, I didn't realize he had such great arm strength. He can throw the ball.
A little amped up. He's a senior, first year starting, but man, we've had those deep balls have all been a little overthrown. 28.9 seconds left in the quarter. And something that Coach Brockbank, he didn't see if that's a missed opportunity or just the flow of the game tonight, as that punt goes out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. And
well, Braden Carr is the kicker and the punter for Lone Peak. A phenomenal kicker. We've seen touchback, well, 2 touchbacks so far. Not his best punt.
Definitely did not catch all of it. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter in the 3rd possession for Corner Canyon. They were 1st and goal from the 7 in 3 plays, settled for a field goal. Last possession, Coach Denny's defense stood up. They got the stop, but here comes Brown and the Chargers. Miney, the near side receiver. 3 receivers at the top of the screen. It's Hagan in the slot at the top of the screen. Kofe, the running back, next to Devin Brown. Brown going to run the draw. And Brown dives toward the 30-yard line, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. I don't know if they'll get another one off here, Mark.
2nd and 4. Kelly with the tackle.
You know, they go right back to the ball like they were going to, but they're not. They won't get this one off.
A fun first quarter, a lot of fireworks. And at the end of one, it is Lone Peak leading Corner Canyon. They don't want history happening to them tonight. At the end of one, it's Lone Peak 7, Corner Canyon 3. You're watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Skin Science. At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Ouch! Gonna need some pills for that one.
Hey! Prescription pain pills can be dangerous!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there. You're her parent, not a drill sergeant. More love, then they'll listen.
Know your script. Talk to your kids about prescriptions the right way.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute. Welcome back to Corner Canyon High School. Dusty Litster and Mark Winterton with you. Start the second quarter. If you're just joining us, the scoreboard is right. Lone Peak leading Corner Canyon 7-3. And how big is this game?
That's huge. I mean, 48 games coming.
Yeah.
49, how would you say it?
48, looking for 49. Depends what fan base you're talking about there.
That's true.
3 broadcasts of this game tonight. This is a TV game. And then Corner Canyon does their own stream, and then us tonight here on the Lone Peak coverage on our Rewind Sports Network.
This is a huge game. Well, number one, Lone Peak has never beaten, like we were mentioning, Corner Canyon. Corner Canyon going after the state record.
Going to throw on first down, complete to Hagan. And that is a first down, catch number 3 for Cody Hagan, the future BYU Cougar. Was recruited heavily by Oregon, Stanford, USC, University of Utah. He's been an outstanding 3-year starter here for Corner Canyon. Played with his brother Cole as a sophomore. In fact, his dad, hashtag fun fact, his dad, Sean, is a state record holder for yards per attempt as a running back at Brighton.
Really?
Bounced outside, and there's a drop.
Still holds it at Brighton?
Still holds it. Darrington got in there for the stop.
Huge play by a defensive line right there.
Matter of fact, fun story. Is how much we care about what we do. Dane Stewart is the one that found out and got over to the state, and the state corrected the book.
Really?
Yeah.
Way to go, Dane.
That's how much we care.
Where's Dane, up in Fremont
Dane's
tonight?
at Fremont tonight. Dane's hanging out Fremont versus Farmington. Dan Coates and the Phoenix, 5 out of 6 they've won after starting 0-2. Or I should say they started 1-3 on the year. But since then, they've only dropped 1, and it was a 38-35 game to Weber. And they have won 4 straight.
Farmington on a bit of a roll then.
Yeah. Dan
well,
Coates,
and Fremont looks good, you know. They're no slouch team.
back and forth. That Region 1, man, that is an absolute insane region. As on second down 11, going to run Brown, and Devin scoots out of bounds. And it'll be third down and about 7 for Corner Canyon.
Well, this Devin Brown, I mean, you know he didn't come to Corner. He wasn't here at Corner Canyon last year. Came out of Queens Creek, Arizona. Phenomenal quarterback. And he's got the size, too, at 6'3".
And he's got a howitzer. There are a lot of guys say, hey, they got good arms. This kid has got a gun. We saw that on that first play.
And he's got teams from all over the nation looking at him.
Darrington again stemming there, but he didn't move. Again, I'm so glad these officials. One of my frustrations in high school football, 3 seconds on the play clock, 2, 1, delay a game, unless Coach Kerr took a timeout. But I'm so happy about this. So often, right now in high school football, they treat a stem or any defensive line movement as like a defensive false start. Darrington didn't come across, and they didn't throw the flag.
He's just jumping. He's edgy.
Yeah.
And that's the third time tonight.
Yeah. I'm glad they didn't throw the flag.
No, it makes it. Let him play.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to roll right through. No TV timeout here, but 10:47 left. And you mentioned the thing about Brown, right? Brown committed to USC.
Brown coming. Yeah, I know USC's a big one, but he has not committed to USC.
He's verbally committed, obviously,
Verbally?
right now until you sign anything. But he has taken trips. I think he went to Stanford a couple weeks ago. I think Oregon's might be in the mix, if I remember right. But this is a kid that I know when I talked to coaches before the season started, another coach, not Eric Kerr, told me, he said, Dusty, this kid's got the best arm. He's like, a better arm than other quarterbacks you've seen in the past. And he knew, and we talked about a couple of them. And I asked Eric Kerr, I was like, hey, tell me, is his arm that good? He's like, yeah, his arm is that good. He's like, other guys might be a better quarterback. He didn't know what he had with him athletically. Brown's improved. I mean, he's got 4 games over, he has over 400 yards rushing on the year. They didn't know the quarterback run game would be a big part.
Wow.
But that quarterback run game is a big part of the Eric Kerr offense.
Well, and that's something when I was talking to Coach Cowan, and I'll mention it later on, just kind of some of the things he mentioned about Coach Kerr.
Third down and 8. Bringing pressure. Brown over the middle, incomplete. The pressure got home. The pass intended for Jet Miney, and it is 4th down for Corner Canyon.
Another 3 and out for the Lone Peak Knights. Able to stop this Charger offense. Huge defensive stop there.
You know, so many Lone Peak fans are saying this is just like last year. Without John Henry Daly wrecking havoc, this is what it looked like in that first half a year ago for Corner Canyon.
There you got Kelly and Darrington down there.
They overload one side of this rush, going to come after it. A nice punt, hanging high in the Draper Evening, and Hyde muffed it.
Ooh. Oh. Such a scare there.
You're not sure, man. Let that ball go. But Hyde, luckily, able to get back on top of it, and it's Lone Peak ball with a 90-yard field in front of him.
Well, he decided to call fair catch at the last minute, and calling fair catch, he didn't have that arm quite in place as the ball came down, and that's what caused him not to make the secure catch, I guess you could say.
Oh, there we go. 10:33 left in the half. Lone Peak looking to add to their advantage, up 7-3 on Corner Canyon. And they're going to run. And Comer pulled down from behind. It was, I believe, Borg on the stop for Owen Borg.
Yeah, Comer, that was a designed QB sneak. And hoping that you can draw the defense back a little bit. Hey, we're going to go deep on this first play, and instead he pulls that right in, picks up 2 yards. Hey, it works.
Well, the positive at the moment, right, is Willits in the pistol, 2x2. Comer looking left, throwing left, going deep, got a man again, and a catch made by Christensen. Another big ball to his favorite target, Knighton Christensen. There was a flag on the play. We'll sort out the flag, but right now it is 1st and 10 Knights at the Corner Canyon 45-yard line, and Comer saying it's on the defense. And it'll be a Lone Peak first down, his second big ball to Christensen.
You know, Comer's overthrown his receivers several times tonight on ones that were going to be scores. This one, he doesn't overthrow him. Christensen has his man beat, and he actually had to come back for that ball.
So face mask penalty against Corner Canyon. And that'll be added to the end of the play.
Well, that ends up being a huge play.
So not only does it become 1st and 10 from the 45, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. So Lone Peak in the driver's seat.
First down.
9:46 left in the half, and it's 1st and 10 Knights at the Corner Canyon 30-yard line.
Yeah, Corner Canyon not necessarily familiar with this, being in this situation.
Not deep in this season anyway. Clock now running, 9:30 on a rolling clock. Willits in the backfield, a give to Jackson, falls behind the pulling guard, and Jackson inside the 25 to the 24. Is on the stop there for Corner Canyon was Charlie Ebling.
Offensive line did a great job in setting up that hole. They sealed off this right side, and Willits had excellent running room. Had to get into the secondary to bring him down. At least that linebacker core, I guess.
Right. You don't hold this linebacker core down. They're doing something right. Joe Brown did an outstanding job pulling on that play. 8:50 now on a rolling clock. 2nd down and 4. Comer fires complete to McChesney, slips a man inside the 20, and Crew inside the 15, out of bounds to the 14, and another first down for Lone Peak.
Well, the offense is just picking away the yardage here. Oh, of course, you get the big, long play, the penalty, those help, but then just getting little plays here and there and continue to eat clock. McChesney does go out of bounds, stops the clock, but that's what they've been able to do so far. Eat a lot of clock and just not allow, Corner Canyon to have a whole lot of time on the field. Defensively, they've been done great.
Here comes Durfee. Gonna turn to 5. And Durfee powers his way for 2, maybe 3 yards down to the 11-yard line. His clock goes inside at 8:30.
Kid's a powerhouse.
Yes, he is. Their run that the Lone Peak made at the end of last year, it started. Dane and I did the AF game, and AF was scoring at will. Lone Peak came back and said, "Oh, we're running the football." And they started turning hand off to Durfee. And it was kind of the flip of their season last year on that run to the state championship. And you've seen it just implemented so well this year.
Yeah, that was one of those things they didn't use Durfee a whole lot at the beginning of the season.
Thrown to the corner out. Christensen couldn't quite catch up to it. There they got him on the corner, and it'll be 3rd down and 8.
Ball's incomplete.
You know, yeah, you didn't see a whole lot of Durfee, you know, up the middle carries in the first of the season, and that was something they brought in and thought, hey, this is working.
Right.
And continued on through the end of the season.
Well, he's so important to their defense, and so how much energy you want him to expand on offense, to play defense. And then almost it's what does it do to your team? To have him doing what he does, right? It's at that field. Then we get in there and we know anyone in the stadium can know what's going to go to him, and it doesn't matter. That's something that gives your team
a lot of confidence. Gives your team a lot of confidence.
And we got a timeout taken by Lone Peak with 7:54 left in the half. We'll take it quickly with them. You're watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network. .54 left in the half. It is 3rd down and 8 for the Knights. Christensen, the near side receiver, Hyde at the top of the screen. 2 tight ends set, Durfee in the backfield. Zone read, Comer. Airmails that one to Hyde, he gripped it.
Well, Comer looked right, tried to check all his progressions, and as he looks left, he was going to, at that point he was going to Hyde, but Hyde was double covered. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
You throw it under and you're possibly could get that intercepted.
It's okay that it was airmailed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, this gives them a chance because, I mean, they've got one of the better kickers in the state in Carr.
So 29-yarder, looking to put Lone Peak up 7, and he does. Splits the uprights.
Nails it.
And Lone Peak now up 10-3 with 7:43 left in the half. And Mark, this game has gone the way that Bart Brockbank would want it to go.
Yeah. All of the different specific, I guess, keys of the game, he's knocking them out. And now it's just got to continue. Make sure that they keep that the whole game long.
Someone out there saying, yeah, he wants more touchdowns. Yeah, I get that. But 3 straight 3-and-outs after Corner Canyon on the first play of the game, mind you, hits Hagan for a 60-yard pass. 2nd down hits him again. You get 1st and goal from the 7-yard line, and you hold him to 3. And that's the only time Corner Canyon's crossed midfield.
Is that somebody from Lone Peak, a Lone Peak fan, saying more touchdowns?
Yeah.
Well,
right. Someone out there saying that.
If you could go ahead and ask for more, but hey, Corner Canyon's got 3 points. That's it on the board.
Yeah. 3 points and 3 straight 3-and-outs.
So I don't know if you can ask for any more. You're getting.
I only say that because we now learn the advent of social media. There's always that one. right?
Right. Well, I just want more
One or
touchdowns.
three. Well, they should have scored 3 times tonight. We're not big picture people anymore. We segment. We're right there.
I think there's a lot of people out there that would have figured, hey, Corner Canyon's going to be 21. It's going to be 21-7
right
after the first quarter.
A big drive here for Lone Peak D. Brown, play action, got hit as he throws, and it's the pressure. The pressure once again from Kelly. Kelly is doing his best JHD impersonation in the first half. Another quarterback hit.
JHD, huh? The guy goes down as a Lone Peak legend now.
He is a legend.
He is.
So out second down and 10. Again, 2-by-2 for Brown. Fires complete. This is John King across the 45-yard line to the 46, and a first down for the Chargers.
Well, this is the thing about the Chargers is they're so high-powered. Lone Peak defense has to maintain that intensity a full 4 quarters in order to keep this Corner Canyon offense under wraps, I guess you could say.
And that's why you take the points on that drive right there. You don't want to keep driving and allow them, speaking of Corner Canyon, to have a good drive and take the lead. Well, now they got to drive to tie the game as Kofe crosses the 50-yard line down to the Lone Peak 47. It'll be second down and 4.
What kind of back is Kofe? I mean, he's obviously coming from one of the better offenses in the state, or I guess you could even say the best offense in the state. Yeah. Many people would say.
Well, I think in some years you say, hey, change the pace back. They thought Carlson would be that down and down out guy, but he's that guy. He got great hands. Oh, and he's a good string guy as that ball's knocked down. Again, this Lone Peak defense, you thought just for a moment, a tip and pick, but couldn't quite get there. Nick Siri with the breakup.
That's your defensive line. We haven't mentioned Siri's name either.
We haven't. In fact, he's trying to finish some business for older brother Braden. Braden was the quarterback on that team in 2019. I know Romney was the QB that evening here at Corner Canyon, but Siri was a state championship quarterback at Lone Peak High School. And he wants to have a piece of this, stopping the run for Corner Canyon.
Well, and that's tough. I mean, for Brown, you got 2 6'5" guys on this defensive line.
And again, pressure coming, and Brown got away. The ball touched the ground. Throws the ball outside, complete to Jet Liney for the first down. And it's first and 10, Chargers at the 9:41.
So is that a missed call?
I need to talk to some official friends. I thought if you have the ball in hand and it goes to the ground and you use the ball to keep you up, I thought you were down. That's my immediate recall. Now, if that's the NFHS rule, I'm not positive. So I don't have officials watching. Hit me up. You can text me or hit me up on my Twitter. Make sure I'm right about that. So first and 10 at the 41. Brown, feeling the pressure again. Flushed out to the right, not going to get away. Floats the ball out, backhanded, and it's incomplete. Dodges the sack, and it's first, and it'll be second down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Oh, the option for grounding.
Yep. Yeah, there was not a receiver in the area, and so that's. And of course, for people who don't know, in high school rules, there's no tackle box,
right.
So it doesn't matter where you are, but you have to be throwing it to someone. He didn't even look. He just tossed that one. He knew there was nobody. Well, at least not a defender there.
And great job of getting in with the Fatisi Manu. Of course, the Fatisi Manu wearing 37, getting after the quarterback.
And we haven't heard his name, but that's pretty much our defensive line now. We've mentioned all their names.
As you're right, Mark, there's no tackle box, there's no ball back to the line of scrimmage. If it's to avoid a sack and nobody there, that's the high school rule. So second and 25. Brown all day to throw. Got his man Hagan. And Cody out of bounds inside the 35 to the 34. And Durfee's going to get hit with the... We're not going to say Durfee. The defense is going to get hit with a roughing the passer.
So that is going to give them a first down.
The only automatic first down penalties in high school football: roughing the punter, roughing the passer, roughing the kicker, roughing the passer.
I mean, you're looking at a 2nd and 25, and they got a first down.
When it would have been 3rd down and 3. 6:09 left in the half, and a fresh set of downs for the Knights or probably the Chargers at the 19. Lone Peak has had the ball the whole first half.
They did.
You know why
they did. They did.
Gonna run with Kofe. And Kofe will be stopped for a gain of 2.
And so, anyways, we were talking about Kofe. What kind of, how good is Kofe?
So he got offers, Big Sky offers this week. I think he's got an offer from Weber. I think he has an offer from SUU. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets an offer from Dixie, and I think he'll get some momentum. A little bit of undersized. I think everyone in the state thinks D1, right? But someone's going to get him to go play college football. Great hands. He's I would call him a combo running back. Guy you can hand the ball off to, you can screen to.
What about speed?
Good speed. That's why you do that, right? I'd say he's probably a 4.5, 4.6 guy. Brown, pressure coming, flushed out to the right, fires to the back of the end zone, incomplete, intended for DeGracie. Or DeGracie, pardon me, DeGracie.
And that showed his arm strength. You were talking about that earlier, and it felt like he just kind of flipped that with his wrist.
Well, you see the ball he threw to Hagan on the 2nd and 25. That ball was a seed, as we would say in baseball.
Mm.
So 5:20 left in the half, and a big 3rd down and 8.
Does Brown play baseball? I mean, I know Miney does. I know Miney
does. I don't know if Brown does or not. I could text some people and find out. But here we go, 3rd down and 8. Hagan in the slot near side with Miney on the outside. Brown, screen, got Jet Miney. And Jet gets inside the 10, needed to get to the 9 and got the 9. And it'll be 1st and goal Chargers.
Well, Miney, not a name that you heard a whole lot last year. But this year, it seems like it's been a lot of Jet Miney.
What do you think of last year? You have the leading receiver in the nation in Noah Kerr. You have Hagan, who was then at that time a 2-year starter. Miney got some balls, but not the feeding he's getting this year. Just offered by Air Force last weekend.
Well, and a lot of that can be chemistry with the quarterback, right? Different quarterback last year. And
Brown on the draw. Brown hit from behind. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5, maybe 4-yard line. When you think of the run, we talk about quarterbacks all the time, and you go from Zach Wilson to Cole Hagan, and then Jackson Dart moves into Draper for his senior year and becomes the Max Preps Player of the Year and first-team All-American, and then Brown moves from Arizona after some situations that left him a little unrooted. Got some advice to come to Corner Canyon, go play for the legendary Coach Kerr. And here he is, 2nd and goal from the 5. Brown looks left, fires left, got his man. Cody Hagan, touchdown, Corner Canyon.
well, they'll have a chance to tie it up here. And and you're talking about Coach Kerr. That's one thing that Coach Callan of Duchesne High School, that's the one thing he said about Coach Kerr is yeah, these kids come here, but they, there's kids that move into other schools. It's how Coach Kerr is able to develop them.
Yeah.
They're able to develop and just become phenomenal players under Coach Kerr.
Absolutely true. The point after is good, and folks, we got a ball game in Draper as we are tied at 10. 4:09 left in the half. We'll come back. You're watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Skin Science. 4:09 left in the half. Dusty Litster, Mark Winterton with you. All tied up at 10. And now does the Lone Peak offense respond after the Corner Canyon offense overcomes a 2nd and 25 to go down and score. It'll be to Cale Hansen from the 5. And Hansen out across the 25-yard line, or at the 25. Man, I wanted to see him bust one. We talked about Cale Hansen. He had the punt return for a touchdown to seal the game against Skyridge last year in the semis. He misses the state championship game against Corner Canyon. And there's that little bit when we cover these kids. Like, I want to have him. I want to see him have that moment.
Yeah.
But out comes Comer.
Well, and it was probably one of those, hey, you're positive, and he's like, I'm fine.
He took multiple tests.
Sitting at home, completely healthy, and can't play.
Yeah. So 4:03 left in the half. Big drive for this Knight offense as McChesney makes the grab and is out of bounds. Let's see if they mark him at the 28. Be a gain of 3 as he kind of stumbled out of bounds there.
Well, Taylor Harris come up on him, and he tried to rip that ball out. And McChesney did a great job holding on to it, keeping control of it, and of course gives him a few yards. Seemed like it was a lot more yards from watching that pass to catch.
Of course, Harris had a pick 6 last week against Westlake. There's a 2nd down and 6. Going to turn and give to Willits. Willits finds a seam, and that's a 1st down for the Knights, brought down by Taggart at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Lone Peak.
Again, that offensive line continuing to open up those holes, allow Willits to find them and use his speed to get upfield.
You give that guy a crease, and Jackson Willits will exploit it. 3:40 on a rolling clock.
Corner Canyon with a brutal crowd tonight.
Gonna throw. Comer going down the seam. He's got Christensen. Makes the grab inside the 20 to the 15. Christensen's 3rd reception, over 30 yards, and it's 1st and 10 at the Corner Canyon 16.
Well, that key block, number 70. I gotta look it up.
That's Pay.
That's Pay. He had that key blindside block as the defender was coming around trying to knock Comer's arm. Comer was able to get it, release it, but really that was the key play of that key block of that play, I guess you could say.
I bet his brother Connor's coached him up well, getting ready for this week. Connor starting at BYU, was a Lone Peak Knight on that team in 19. As they give off the Durfee, and the Dozer goes inside the 15 to the 12, where it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 6.
Yeah, he plowed out 4 yards there, didn't he?
Michael Wilson on the stop, future Cougar. Got Wilson and Borg both going to BYU. You got Harrison Taggart going to decide where he's going to go. And then you got Tate Staley. Yes, it is those BYU fans out there from Lone Peak. That is Luke Staley's son, the former Doak Walker Award winner.
Wow.
Only year playing football this year.
And how many Wilson brothers are there?
There are 4. Micah the 3rd of 4. Isaac on the bench is on 2nd down and 6. Give it to Durfee, and Durfee barrels his way to the 10. A gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll make it 3rd down and 4.
You don't see a whole lot of side to side by Durfee. Usually it's just straight at you. But this time he decides, hey, I think the hole's a little bigger over here.
Well, a few times you saw him kind of find it, right? He sought it out, a little bit of an Algier kind of look to that run. As the clock goes inside of 140, left in the half, down to 1:35 on a rolling clock.
What a game last week for Algiers. I was at that game. Fun one.
And that was a fun one. We were in studio last week doing the Red Zone show as Brockbank takes the timeout. So 1:23 left in the half as we're staying here. But Mark, what a first half for Lone Peak. We talk about coming in here, 48-game winning streak for Corner Canyon. This offense is flying off the rails. I talk about the average scores for Corner Canyon, this 48-game winning streak.
Really ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like anybody who plays Madden football, right?
Right.
Isn't that, it's almost those similar numbers.
It's just crazy. And you look what Lone Peak's done tonight, though. You see that team last week against Skyridge, and I mean, we always give away everything we say to Coach Brock Bank, but we're talking to him as, hey, I used to coach. It's like sometimes a loss can be good. Was it good? He's like, well, we had to wake up. We had things we got to fix. And sometimes when you're winning, you talk about it puts a lot of perfume in all the stinky parts, right? And when you lose, all of a sudden, it's like, guys, we talked about this. And you're seeing Lone Peak obviously put in a good week of work, and it was a wake-up call last week against Skyridge.
Yeah, they knew that they realized the things that they needed to fix, and realized the things maybe they didn't even know they needed to fix, like, oh, that's something we've got to work on.
Yeah.
And they look like a completely different team than they did last week against Skyridge tonight.
This looks close to the team that took care of business against AF. There's this 3rd down and 4. And this is a dead ball penalty. And it's a false start. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. And I don't know if you consider this 2-down territory or not. You want to go in with the... Here's the deal.
Well,
Lone Peak gets the ball at the half.
Yeah, they're going to kick a field goal. Well, number one, if they don't get a first down here, they've got Carr. Carr's, like you've seen, one of the best field goal kickers really, in the state. They're going to use that, get ahead, use that momentum, and like you said, they're going to get the ball back in second half. So
it's just so in vogue to say don't kick anymore. Just go for it. And it doesn't help when the Chargers pick up a bunch of 4th downs against my Raiders on Monday night to help perpetuate all this nonsense. So 3rd down and 9.
We're talking different Chargers, guys.
Receiver to each side. It's Hyde at the top of the screen. Christensen near side. Bateman, the attached tight end. Play action. Comer looks left, fires left to Hyde. Oh, and out of his hands. The defender was there. Kamala able to break that one up. Hyde couldn't pull it in. Great time throw there by Comer. Good defense.
It really was. He timed it perfectly. It was going into Hyde, but the defensive coverage on Mahomes. How do you say his name?
That was Hyde. That was Malua.
Yeah, great coverage.
Jared Malula. Yep.
Boy, I mean, he came in there perfect. He hit him immediately as the ball come in and knocked that ball away. Of course, Carr coming on to kick the field goal here.
Carr has one from 29. This one will be from 32. Set dead center, good snap, and plenty of distance. And
drills that one down the middle.
Kick is good. Lone Peak takes the lead back. Another time-consuming drive. They got the ball back with, 4:10 left in the half. Kicked the field goal with 1:13 to go. And now this defense, they better be ready. Better be ready as Corner Canyon get one last possession before the end of the half.
Oh, well, and like we said, they don't need very much time. They huck it deep downfield quick, then get out of bounds, play the out of bounds, play the sideline, and they're down there before you know it. Let's go back to what you said. You're still a Raiders fan even though they went to Vegas? Or does that make it even more so now they're closer?
I followed them to Los Angeles, back to Oakland, and now to hey, once a Raider, always a Raider. That's the motto. Now when
you've been a Raider since what, 2nd grade?
Marcus Allen, 1980, when I was out of the womb.
Oh, wow.
I wore real kids.
You remember Marcus Allen as a kid?
That's my guy. That's my guy. I mean, now that the kick went through the end zone, when Marcus Allen got mistreated, I was 8 years old when he left the Raiders. I didn't cheer for the Raiders until Marcus retired.
Oh.
I was that mad as a little kid.
Okay.
I had Marcus Allen uniform, all that stuff. Yeah, that's my guy. 1981 Heisman Trophy winner out of USC. But yes, once a Raider, always a Raider.
Well, so I love it.
But here come the Chargers. 1:13 left in the half, and Mark, the job is not done for this Lone Peak defense. This is a steep test right now.
Well, they want to carry themselves momentumly into the half.
And for TC Manu says test. What kind of test? This is a quiz. He was there on the draw and drops Brown for the loss.
This can be a big boost. You know, number one, a downer to Chargers going in down at the half.
Gonna fire up the sideline. Intended for Miney, and it's broken up. Nice job of jumping in there and breaking that up. No flags on the play.
Yeah, Cloward came in right as soon as the ball comes in contact with Miney and just made a great defensive coverage.
And Maddox Cloward's got some family watching all over the state and some maybe even in Texas. Carbon County connections. His dad, Travis, one of the best pitchers I ever watched live. Carbon Dino, Travis Cloward, a Wellingtonite as well. Grew up with his uncle, Zach.
Carbon had a great, they've always been known for their baseball.
Oh, we're always good at baseball. And Maddox, the great break up there. Gonna throw, Brown, fires over the middle, complete to Hagen. And Cody short of the sticks. They're gonna mark him at the 29, 38 on the rolling clock. And it's
that brings up 4th down.
4th down and 1, and see if Kerr decides to go for this. He's gonna take the timeout. Corner Canyon has 1 timeout left. We'll call it 31 seconds to go in the half. And
well,
hey, Coach Winterton.
He's obviously going for it. You don't take a timeout 4th and 1 in your own territory to not go for it.
So here's the question. If you're Lone Peak, you bring in heat because they can still run it. They got 1 timeout left. The clock's going to stop on a 1st down, potentially. If they run it, they're going to pick it up. But if you stop them, you're going to get it 1st and 10 inside the 30, a chance to kick another field goal to get the ball back at the half. So what's your defensive strategy?
You're going to play conservative. It's a Corner Canyon.
Okay.
You play up on them, and you're going to allow them to beat you deep down. Let them get the 1st down, if anything, and they've still got that clock to work with.
Okay. I like it.
I mean, you're 30 seconds. Play it conservative.
Yeah. So it'll be Kofe in the backfield. Miney at the top of the screen. King, Hagen, and DeGracie, pardon me. He is not the Canadian teen soap opera. DeGracie nearest to the line of scrimmage. With 30 seconds to go. I should have put time back on the clock, 32 seconds. That's what the holdup is right now. The officials telling them 32.
You know, that's a really hard job, too, when you're on the clock and you're like, I don't remember how to add.
It's what we were doing.
I don't remember how to add time. Yeah. Hold on.
There it is, 32 even. So here we go, 4th down and 1. Oh, and Darrington jumps and a play that's going to drive him a little batty as he's going to bed tonight.
Well, Darrington's going to get taken out of the. He's been jumping all over the place, and that's his 4th time with a jump, 2nd time that he's been called for it.
So a fresh set of downs. Now time for Coach Denny to build. See what he decides to do. He's got 3 safeties back. Cloward, Hansen, and I think Barry in your side on 1st and 10 after the offside penalty. Gonna throw, Brown, pressure comes, fires. That ball complete to John King. And it's 1st and 10, Chargers at the Lone Peak 49. 24 seconds left on the clock. As they'll move the chains and still won't be moving it. Haven't wound the clock yet, and there we go. Clock running, 20 seconds. Gonna snap at 15. Brown complete to DeGracie. And DeGracie driven back by Takeo Hansen at the 34-yard line for progression, and the timeout taken by Eric Kerr. No, yes, timeout taken by Kerr with 8 seconds to go in the half.
And will is that his 3rd timeout? So Chargers out of timeouts, 8 seconds left. You're either looking sidelines or you're looking end zone.
You still throw it over the middle to stop the clock. He's got to throw it beyond 10 yards. So let's see what Coach Denny decides to do. This is a long field goal attempt for, at this point, to be a 51-yarder.
But it only stops the clock for until they get set. Which that means that offense has got to be ready to go, because 8 seconds, you're looking 6 seconds on a play. That's 2 seconds to just get it off. May not be able to happen. But the Lone Peak Knights coming into Charger Stadium up 13-10.
Feeling pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, Coach Kerr He wants that momentum on his side, especially going into the half. And then second half coming out, going to be kicking off to Lone Peak.
1st and 10 at the 34. 8.4 seconds left on the clock. Got Miney at the top of the screen. Hagen's in the slot near side. They're going to bring 4. Brown fires, looking for Hagen, tipped up, intercepted to Kale Hansen. With no time left on the clock, Hansen up the sideline, out of bounds.
We got a hold here at the 40-yard line too, I believe.
Well, if it's on Lone Peak, they were going to run out the clock either way.
Right.
But Kale Hansen off the tip drill. And right now it looks like Lone Peak's going to get out of the half with a 13-10 lead. We'll sort out the flag.
It was a hold on the return.
I don't think they're putting any time on the clock here. So hold on, the Chargers decline it. And that's the end of the first half. Mark, your final thoughts of what we saw in these first 2 quarters.
Well, first off, I'm surprised with that last call, the holding against the Chargers. And I wonder if he was confused because it totally looked like it was Lone Peak. I mean, I watched the two fighting it out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this has to surprise everyone because Lone Peak, they're coming off of a loss against Skyridge that really Corner Canyon, it was a close game between Skyridge and Corner Canyon. And that's how you can compare is who did they play that they played, right?
Transubstantiation.
Yeah. So you're comparing off of that and you're thinking, I mean, Corner Canyon handily beat Skyridge towards the end of the game, that end of that game, right? Skyridge beats Lone Peak. And I think Corner Canyon's coming in here going, we get this win. Let's get win number 49. Lone Peak, on the other hand, they fix those things. Hey, we saw exactly what Coach Brockbank's been working on.
Yeah.
That's what we saw this half.
And that was a great half of football for the Lone Peak Knights. We head to the locker rooms. It is Lone Peak 13, Corner Canyon 10. You're watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Skin Science Institute.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Start of the second half. Dusty Lister, Mark Winterton with you. Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by the Skin Science Institute, and a 3-point advantage for the Knights. And Lone Peak will start with the ball. K.O. Hansen back deep, and K.O.'s going to get a chance. No, you let him drive on the freeway, but we can't let him return a ball that doesn't even reach the end zone.
Well, he had to jump up to get that. He wanted it bad. You could see Hansen wanted it bad, and so, I mean, he had to jump up to get it, and it stuck a foot in the end zone.
So there we go. Lone Peak offense coming out for their first possession, well, for the first possession of the second half. And this offense, look, they've had opportunities for explosive plays. They've hit on 3 of them to Christensen. Luke Hyde just hasn't quite got out of his own way, but this offense has been efficient, and it possessed the ball the entire first half.
Yeah, I wish I knew exactly the time possession, but yeah, Lone Peak has won the time of possession in the first half.
Going to start on play action, and it's Bateman on the reception. And Bateman with a gain of 7, his longest reception of the night.
You know, we saw a couple of passes thrown to Bateman early in the game, in the first half, and then nothing in the second quarter, I think, to Bateman. And they open it up here, get a nice big chunky yards, making an easy, reasonable second and short.
If you're a big football junkie like myself, you know the RPO game, that tight end over and the tight end seam is almost wide open on the RPO all the time. As here comes 2nd down and 3. Showing pressure, and it's Willits. And Willits across the 35, and Jackson still pushing it. Some help from behind. And now a flag comes in late. It'll be a 1st down for Lone Peak. Will be 1st down with yards pushed back. And
yeah, this is probably going to be a personal foul. And of course, I don't know on offense or defense
if it's a late in on the offensive line, they haven't blown the play dead yet. We've allowed the assisting the runner. Remember the Bush push?
Right.
That's not a thing anymore, right? But like now we allow it in the open field. I don't understand this one. The play wasn't really dead.
So that'll give them the 1st down. They get the 1st down, but it puts it right back pretty close to where they started.
A net of 3 yards.
You know, and talking about Willits hit that opening. We have to go back to that because he hit that opening. He made contact, and then it opened up to where then a few yards down the field is when they finally made contact with him and brought him down. But
they had to move the chains. The White Hat gave 1st down. It's 1st and 10, not 2nd down and 7. It's 1st and he gave him the 1st down.
He did give him the 1st down.
Because it was. It's a dead ball, yeah.
Oh, there they are. They just had to go correct it.
So 1st and 10 after the personal foul penalty. Comer going deep. He's got McChesney on the catch. McChesney makes a move at the 25, and Harrison Taggart tracks him down inside the 15. And it's 1st and 10 Knights. Crew McChesney with a big catch and run.
Well, we thought McChesney was fast. Man, Taylor Harris running him down.
He did. He chased him down, and then Harrison Taggart able to finish him off. But Crew McChesney with the biggest catch not from Christensen on the evening. And Lone Peak comes right back to start the 2nd half.
Hey, they're in the red zone. They're definitely in striking distance, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. As long as they don't turn the ball over, they're going to score again.
Got 3 in their back pocket with Carr. So a bunch formation to the top of the screen, and it's Willits in the backfield. Comer just dirts it. Wisely dirts that one. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, and a scary, I mean, you had number 70 downfield blocking.
Ball's got to be behind the line of scrimmage, right?
I was just thinking ineligible receiver downfield.
But if he catches the ball behind the line of scrimmage, that's fine.
Oh, it's true.
As long as you're screened behind, yeah, you can get it.
That's why I've got you, Dusty. You probably, you'd be an officiator.
No, that's not true.
In your next life.
I don't have the stomach for it. Christensen in motion. Play action, Comer. He's got his man, he's looking for Hyde. Touchdown, Lone Peak! Luke Hyde on the reception from Easton Comer. And it's 19-10. Lone Peak.
I could see Hyde's eyes from here. He was watching that ball come in. They got big, just waiting for it and waiting for it. How about that drive?
What an opening drive. They take off 1 minute and 40 seconds. And they're taking time out of the clock tonight.
Yeah, you know, we were just talking about that. The first half, they really killed time. That opening drive, they just did business.
And the point.
Business, and they're up by 2 scores now here against Corner Canyon.
The biggest deficit of the year for the Chargers. Timeout on the field. Lone Peak fans standing up everywhere. 10:20 left in the 3rd. It's Lone Peak 20, Corner Canyon 10. You're watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network.
At Skin Science Institute, we take pride in the fact that we have built a fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment, including the ability to work with local influencers as well as medical business professionals to assist in career planning. Come check out why Skin Science Institute was recently voted Best School. For information, visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com or follow us on Instagram at Skin Science Institute.
Ouch, gonna need some pills for that one.
Hey, Prescription pain pills can be dangerous.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy there. You're her parent, not a drill sergeant. More love, then they'll listen.
Know your script. Talk to your kids about prescriptions the right way.
.10-20 left in the third quarter. Lone Peak leading Corner Canyon 20-10. Dusty Lister, Mark Winterton with you. Is Lone Peak going to kick this ball off? It'll bring out the Charger offense for the first time in the second half. And after an explosive first drive, Mark, this Lone Peak defense did a nice job. Corner Canyon did get points just before the half, and even in the last drive they had some movement, but this Lone Peak D has been terrific.
They've been phenomenal. I mean, they really have put pressure on Brown all night long, caused chaos in the backfield.
They come with the chaos hammer. They're going to look to throw. Brown fires for Hagan, got him. Cody Hagan across midfield to the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Corner Canyon.
Well, Hansen makes the touchdown saving tackle there against Hagan. Hagan's got the speed. He was gone had Hansen not been right on top of him.
Cody Hagan, the fastest wide receiver in Utah high school history. Gonna throw. Gonna go screen. This is DeGracie, and plays DeGracie inside the 30. And another first down for the Chargers.
Well, this is the Corner Canyon offense that you usually see. Was there a flag?
Oh, yeah, the side judge coming in. I don't know if he's going to have a legal man downfield. You did have a receiver or a lineman way downfield.
Oh, there's the flag.
Oh,
holding.
Block.
10-yard penalty.
Before I was so rudely interrupted by the officials, this is the Charger offense that we usually see. You know, going deep, making those huge plays downfield, explosiveness, you know, even on a short pass play.
Yeah.
The speed.
3-play first down.
Well, you see it.
This doesn't necessarily change things. 1st and 20.
No, we saw that, right? We had the 2nd and 25, and it was a absolute dart to Hagan.
Yeah.
Hagan near side. The 2-by-2 formation. Pressure coming. And Brown had to get rid of that ball. They absolutely turned Kelly loose. And Kelly is looking like John Henry Daly right now.
He really is. He looked like that the first half.
Yeah.
And right there, you know.
Siri gets to wear the number, but Kelly is the embodiment of JHD.
He was just trying. Well, and he had to throw that one. Brown just had to throw that one, trying to get it to Kofe. Kofe hadn't even turned around to look.
Hey, you're just hoping to hit the back of his foot, right? So 2nd down and 19. 9:30 left in the third. 3-man rush. Brown's got time. Going to step up now fires, and Hagen Miney nearly makes another highlight reel grab and could not. It'll be 3rd down and 19.
Well, the defense did a great job making sure that no man was open, and Brown had a hard time there. Couldn't find anyone. Not only that, but the defensive line is giving him that pressure, forcing him out of the pocket, making him have to throw on the run.
And you're going to see another 8-man drop here, most likely for Lone Peak. They got 3 safeties.
3rd and a mile.
So 3rd down and 19. Brown on a 4-man rush. Flushed out, fires behind Hagen, incomplete. And it's 4th down for Corner Canyon.
And now again, so there's Kelly. Kelly, I mean, Kofe had to block Kelly. And you're looking at a 6'5" guy. He pushes past him. Brown has to get out of the pocket. And Kelly's right on top of him. He's just trying to get it to a guy. And luckily, Hagen was there, but can't complete it to him. And, hey, brings up a 4th down.
And it really wouldn't have mattered either. There's no chance that Cody, as good as he is, was going to pick that one up. So punting unit comes on. And this ball is going to check up and roll out of bounds inside the 10.
Well, and I was hoping I would see, so they've got Caden Frank back there to return. That kid is a fun one to watch. You know, I think almost like a Darren Sproles type.
Right.
He's fun to watch.
Well, Frank and Willits, remember last year they were such big parts of that Lone Peak offense a year ago, and Willits has obviously remained that, and Frank's been a little more specialist this year.
Well, and a guy that we haven't seen yet tonight that also another guy was Bilbro. Right. Bilbro went out with an injury, and he's back, and we haven't seen him tonight.
9:05 left in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 from the 9. Going to start on the ground. This is Willits, number of moves inside the hole, and Willits with a gain of 4, maybe 5, and we got a offensive lineman down, and that is not good news for Lone Peak. And that might be Brown. And if it is Brown, that would be a big loss. He's not to come out for a play, but Joe Brown, the commit to the University of Virginia, can go play for Coach Bronco Mendenhall and Garrett Tujay out at UVA.
Well, that's a good thing. You love to see him get up on their own. Yeah, he's going to limp off, but it's something maybe possibly just walk it off type of thing, and he'll be back.
So 2nd down and 5. Clock rolling at 8:35. Back to Willits. Jackson still on his feet, and he'll be a yard short of the 1st down to the 23. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for Lone Peak.
Willits gets more fun to watch the more the game goes on, because it seems like he runs harder, and of course the offensive line, they're doing the initial block, and he's looking for those holes. But watching him hit that hole, it's fun.
He reminds me a lot of Kobe Freeman, who was a running back at Lone Peak, the teams that lost some state championships. And here we go, big 3rd down, 3rd and 1. Corner Canyon brought extra guys, it doesn't matter. Willits has the 1st down. Jackson into the open. Willits inside the 40 and pushed out of bounds at around the 32. Ebling tracked him down, but Jackson, look at little Willits go for the 1st down. They mark him out at the 33.
That's Charlie Ebling that ran him down, and did you see him make contact with that coach? Coach was ready for it. And then they had words, I think, afterwards.
These teams have the coaching staffs of the teams have a lot of respect for each other. But a big run by Willits. They got him out of run fits, and here we go. Lone Peak rather looking to take a commanding lead. 7:41 left in the 3rd. Another big crease and another big run for the Knights as they're going to ground and pound their way with Bilbro on the carry.
There's Bilbro. We haven't seen him. We were just talking about him, and there he is. Of course, give Willits, I guess, a break after, I don't know, what was that, a 50-yard run?
Yeah, and, it's not quite time to bring in the dozer Durfee, the Durfee dozer. as Bill Bro, a name well known in PG land. Interesting to see it at Lone Peak.
Well, and they've got those several backs that they can go to. But number one, they've got the offensive line that's going to open up holes for anyone, really. It doesn't matter who's in the backfield.
Inside of 7 minutes left, 6:55 to go in the third. Comer's pass complete to Bateman for the first down. Go there and mark him a yard short.
He is going to mark him a yard short. It looked like a first down to me. You kind of called it, but
the official's a lot closer than we are, some 100 yards away.
He's going to have a better view of it. But boy, Lone Peak's offense comes out very explosive here in the second half. It was more of a ground and pound, let the clock run in the first half. Now it's like, hey, let's finish it off.
Oh, and a big timeout taken here by Coach Brockbank. McChesney wasn't getting lined up right. He did not want another procedure penalty, so he has to burn a very important timeout.
I think that one can be credited to Chargers Arsenal, their 12th man. This student body is crazy down here.
They're having a lot of fun, but we got a TV timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:50 to go. You don't need to kickstart your heart here. Lone Peak leading 20-10. You're watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network. Still in the TV timeout, 6:50 left in the third quarter, and here we go. Third down and 1, and imagine they're going to take 2 shots to get this yard. Durfee in the backfield with Comer. And they're going to run Durfee. And Luke going to get the push from behind, and he will have the first down, but that Charger defense, we're not just going to give up the inches that easily.
Kind of an interesting, and not just a straight up the middle.
Right.
As he hands it around the backside of him.
Kind of a interesting spread offense version of the Packers
And are they
sweep.
saying there's a fumble? Or is there an injury? We got an injury out on the field.
Well, it's not Brown, so Brown's back up. Well, we had a Charger
No, it's
down.
a Charger down.
We'll try to get that number. We'll stay on just for a second, see if he jumps up quickly, but 6:42 left.
The way he's moving almost like he got the breath knocked out of him, but the way the players motioned out the...
Oh, it's Michael Wilson. As you mentioned, Michael Wilson committed to BYU, the younger brother of Zach Wilson. And you hope for him, it's nothing too serious. Micah did have knee surgery in the offseason. And as he's staying down, we'll dip out real quick. So you're watching Lone Peak football on Rewind Sports Network. So was Michael Wilson, and he was able to walk off the field. He's got a limp, so that brings on Tate Staley. And Tate was playing well at the beginning of the year, his first year playing football at Corner Canyon. He's a basketball player, 2-year starter on the basketball team. He looks like Luke. He got the body like Luke, but he twisted his ankle in game 2 of the year, and he's been battling that since. So 1st and 10, Durfee got the first down. They go back to Durfee. Bounces it outside, breaks through one tackle. Stiff arms Borg inside the 10, inside the 5! And no signal.
Waiting.
You're going to call him out of bounds at the 3-yard line?
Yeah.
So it'll be 1st and goal. Durfee got to the outside, and the DB's not bringing him down at that point.
Well, that's why Lone Peak loves this guy. That's why they loved him last year. That's why they're loving, and then they go to him in specific situations. This time it was on a 1st down, which is kind of a little bit different. But he straight armed that defensive back. He wasn't going to get a hold of him.
They're going to go back downhill with Durfee, and he is met quickly and dropped it around the 2-yard line.
Durfee with the carry.
Well, he'll get at least a yard just because of how big he is, and he falls forward so well, like we were mentioning.
Yeah. Tanka Mitchell on the stop. This defensive line for Coach Casey Terra and the Chargers, senior Layden, Brad Critchfield, LeBaron, and Mitchell and crew. 5:40 on a rolling clock in the 3rd. Play clock down to 3-2. Get it off in time. And it's Willits. Willits had the big play to spark this drive, and he does not get the closer with a TD yet. There it is. Touchdown.
Dusty, I am stunned. And I'm sure all of the Corner Canyon fans are too.
There is an absolute interesting feeling in this building. Jackson Willits had the big 3rd down to 1 run. And he sparked the drive. Only Poetic, he gets to finish it 1 yard out. And Carr comes on for the point after to put Lone Peak up by 17. The kick is up and good. 5:27 left in the 3rd. It's a good moment to be a Lone Peak Knight. 5:27 left in the 3rd. The Knights lead 27-10. You are watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network. Dusty Litster, Mark Winterton here at Corner Canyon High School. In Lone Peak football, brought to you by the Skin Science Institute. And this kick from Carr will go in and through the end zone.
That is no surprise. Carr's not a big guy. 160 pounds. But this kid can kick, as you've seen tonight. Every single one, a touchback, a couple of field goals. And I'd really like to know what his distance is on a field goal. There's maybe a chance we could see it tonight,
Yeah. Well, obviously we know he's gone to Stroh-Foreman. Stroh-Foreman's the official sponsor of Lone Peak football. As pressure comes on Brown, throws to the corner again. Cody Hagan there for the reception. And Hagan, he has one of the best averages in state history. We talked about his dad holds the state record for yards per carry, and Cody can be right up there with yards per reception.
He's such a great possession receiver.
Going to set up the screen. That ball's batted down by Siri. The 2nd PBU of the night for Siri.
Well, if it's not Siri, it's Kelly, and vice versa. Of course, you got the big guys, too, the defensive tackles. They've been pressuring Brown all night.
Absolutely have. As Gonna be 2nd down and 10, as this front has been spectacular. You got to give a lot of credit to the back end as well. Brown off the play action, fires complete. This is DeGracie inside the 40. Hansen escorts him out of bounds at the 38-yard line, and here comes the death kick. Game ain't over.
No, it's far from over when you're looking at this Corner Canyon offense. They're so lethal, and they can score at will so quickly.
1st and 10, Brown going deep, looking for John King, and that ball goes in and out of his hands. That's a tough catch for King, and not because of where it was, but because the defender, Christian Arrington, that ball went through his hands, and that makes it really hard to catch.
Well, I wondered if Arrington might come down with it. Is that, that's not Hansen.
It looks like that might be Cloward, maybe? Might be cramping up.
That's Patani.
It looks like a cramp where he's kind of,
yeah.
He's sitting there. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
But Corner Canyon down by 3 scores here. Of course, they can change that down to 2 scores if they can get one here.
Biggest deficit in the Eric Carrot era. How about that? Berkshire Hathaway is celebrating their 35th year in business. Thank you for always thinking of Berkshire Hathaway for all your real estate needs. For you, for life, your forever realtors. And of course, right now, it's a good time to be in real estate. Utah Facial and Oral Surgeries. Christopher Price, DDS, MD at Utah Facial and Oral Surgery. The place for wisdom, teeth, and dental implant surgery in the Salt Lake and Utah counties. You can go support Utah Facial and Oral Surgery. Access Virtual Construction, the construction industry's one-source solution, providing 3D structural steel and bridge detailing, concrete and rebar estimating and detailing, joist and deck detailing, 3D laser point cloud scanning of job sites, experts consulting with 4D scheduling analysis, and connection design engineering services to local and international community for the past 13 years. We want to thank all those who support us here on the Rewind Sports Network as we bring you Lone Peak football. 2nd down and 10. And now a penalty. Pre-snap offsides on Lone Peak. That's the 4th time tonight.
Well, they've been very aggressive on that defensive line. And, I mean, you know, for their, I guess, they've been pressuring him all night.
Yeah.
They've been pressuring Brown all night. So, you know, for their defense, for the defense, they've been getting the job done, doing what they're doing. But penalty, never want that either.
Kofe comes in on 2nd down and 5, and it's Brown on the zone read. And Brown dives toward the 30-yard line. We'll get the 30. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Knights. 4:50 on a rolling clock in the 3rd.
Well, I think that was Durfee that come in and wrapped his legs up, and then Darrington, I believe. Oh no, that was Fatisi Manu that then stopped him in his tracks.
3rd down and 2. That's King in motion. Brown waiting. Pressure around his feet. Flags come. It'll be probably a holding penalty on Corner Canyon. This is going to be 3rd down and 12 after the holding penalties. Brown picks it up momentarily, but definitely moving back the Chargers here.
Yeah, I would guess a hold just because of what was going on in the. Yeah, and there it is. I can tell you, being down 27-10, you got a whole town of Duchesne going, hey, we want to hang on to that record. We're okay if they tie it.
Yeah.
We'll hold it together, but we don't want it to get beat.
I guess some family members who were part of that, building that record. Cousins.
That's right. And that's a huge record. If you think about it, I mean, that's 4 years of not losing.
Yeah. Caleb and Shane Lister, both were part of those teams. Is Brown going to throw? Pressure coming, and down he goes! Kelly has been a monster. Put him on the left side, put him on the right side. doesn't matter. Another big play.
What are you calling him?
Baby
JD.
The embodiment of John Henry Daly.
JHD. He's playing like it tonight.
Connor Kelly, have yourself a night, young man.
Hey, here we go. Watch Frank back there to receive.
And another pre-snap penalty. I mean, this is a Lone Peak broadcast, and we'll, for obvious reasons, it will go a little more. We say try as bill as possible, but folks, I mean, the rarefied era of this is in the Eric Care era. Lone Peak or Corner Canyon rather has never been down this many points. Their one loss in the Eric Care era was in the semifinals in the 4A state tournament. Zach Wilson's last game where they were up 26-6 and lost 34-33.
Well, and tell me if I'm wrong, but Lone Peak's never beaten
They haven't beaten them.
Corner Canyon
they were up
before.
They were up 2 scores right here in 2019 when, and now another offside penalty on Lone Peak. Going to make this 4th and 21.
Oh, they're going to call a false start against Chargers.
Oh.
He did come across, but they're gonna say he enticed him. How do they call it?
Yeah.
How do they refer it? He enticed him across the line of
Yeah.
scrimmage.
But yeah, that was a game where Corner Canyon rather scored with 2 seconds left. That Cody Hagan was a sophomore who caught that ball from his brother Cole. So this is just something that Corner Canyon fans have never experienced here with under Eric Care. Is Borg there to down that ball at the 20-yard line, and back comes this potent, very balanced and attacking Lone Peak offense.
I wanted to see Caden Frank be able to field that, return that punt. He's fun. He's fun to watch. But here comes the Knights offense regardless.
So Michael Wilson was on the training table. I didn't see where he went after. It is Tate Staley still in. We'll scan quickly, see if number 5 is around, but out come the Knights. And it's Willits on first down, and he's buried in the backfield. As someone had to step up for Corner Canyon, and we saw this on the drive for Lone Peak. It was James LeBaron that came in doing his best Connor Kelly impression. James LeBaron there on the stop, on the backside of that run.
I was trying to find Wilson. I saw him come off the table, and but I didn't see where he went after that. He looked like he was doing okay.
2nd down and 12 for the Knights. Comer feeling the pressure, fires outside, a ball complete. Luke Hyde has the reception and a first down. Comer stared down Harrison Taggart and put it right on Luke Hyde.
That was a huge play for Lone Peak, especially with that blitz coming and Comer able to make keep the concentration and get it to Hyde. Great play.
So you want to be a quarterback, do you?
Absolutely not. You guys want big dudes chasing you?
Guy that runs a 10-500 meters, barreling down on you.
No, and he was there in a flash.
Gonna go back on the ground. It's Willits. Jackson hit by Taggart and crew. Driven back for a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. 2:05 on the rolling clock here in the 3rd.
Well, and just like that, I expected Corner Canyon was going to score on that drive, you know, but then penalties and whatnot, all of a sudden it takes them out of reach. And they were driving.
Yeah.
Now again, Lone Peak has it again, up by 3 scores and driving.
Inside of 1:40 left. 10 seconds on the play clock, 1:35 on the game clock. Comer fires quickly outside again to Hyde, and Luke bumped out of bounds around midfield. They'll actually give him the 49, which would be a first down. And it is a first down. 1st and 10, Lone Peak, as they cross over into Corner Canyon territory again.
I'm surprised McDonald was giving Hyde so much room. He gave him a lot of space on that. And Comer knew exactly where he was going. He went right to him. When a defensive back's playing that far off, Hyde, the guy with that much speed, every time, right?
Every time. And it wasn't giving him the cheese. He just took it. 1:28 left in the third. Go back. It's Comer pulling on the zone read. Easton Comer dives inside the 40 to the 39, and another Lone Peak first down.
Comer with the keeper. Carries the ball down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, just keeping the Charger defense guessing. Whether it's Comer going to pass it, run it, give it to Willits.
I mean, they have kept Lone Peak, or probably Corner Canyon's defense, off balance all night long. You think you know what's coming, and they haven't been able to get it all dialed up at all in any type of consistency tonight.
When we talked about the number of, college commits on this Corner Canyon team.
Back to the ground, it's Jackson Willits, and Jackson bouncing off tacklers and still on his feet. Thought he got chopped down early, but did not. And Jackson gets to the 35-yard line, a gain of 4. 45 seconds left. There'll have to be one more play in the third, as there's about a 10-second differential.
Oh, and by the way, Joe Brown is back in the game.
Yes, he is. Talk about Joe. That left side, so Pay going to BYU, following up his dad and his brothers. Joe going to UVA. His brother Terrence played at BYU for Bronco Mendenhall. And then he'll go back to the ground, and it's Bill Bro. Bill Bro slips a tackle, and another first down for Lone Peak. So that will be the final play of the third quarter, but man, Lone Peak, when you want to win, you better be able to run the ball, and they are running at will.
Well, and if you want to win against Lone Peak, you've got to stop the run, number one, against this massive offensive line. Massive offensive line.
The best 3 quarters Lone Peak has put up this year. They are 1 quarter away from stopping history. We head to the fourth quarter. It's Lone Peak 27 and Corner Canyon 10. You're watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network. Start of the fourth quarter. Dusty Lister and Mark Winterton with you. And folks, that scoreboard is correct. If you're just joining us, it is Lone Peak leading Corner Canyon 27-10. And
I'm sure
4 of their last 5 plays have been first downs.
I'm sure our listeners are going, wait, you got that backwards, guys.
Waiting for all the tweets.
Yeah, if you haven't been tuning in, Lone Peak has been, I mean, Coach Brockbank came in with specific keys of the game of what he wanted to do, and he's done those.
Gonna go back to the ground, and it's Luke Durfee. And Durfee has 4 on first down, maybe 5 inside the 25 to the 24.
Control the ball, control time of possession, and they've done that. And they're continuing to do that going here into the fourth quarter. Chargers were looking to make history tonight. Down 3 scores here. And Lone Peak driving.
Well, 2nd down and 5. Willits back in. Comer fires over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Hyde, and maybe if he waits a beat, Christensen may have come open over the top, but it's incomplete, and it's 3rd down.
Now that's a tough throw, and he actually put that one right into Hyde's hands. Hyde just didn't get his head turned around fast enough to see it.
And there was some steam on that pass too.
Well, I think it bounced off his helmet, didn't it?
Yeah.
It bounced right off his helmet and, of course, heads into the end zone. Luckily, it bounced off in a good way to where it didn't go into a defender's hands or anything.
Christensen and Hyde at the top of the screen. Willits in the backfield. And it is Willits with the seam, and Jackson Willits with another first down carry inside the 20 to the 16. Move the chains once again for the Knights.
You know, this Chargers student body, they haven't seen this team lose, ever.
No.
I'm not sure they know how to react. It's like, hey, we just keep screaming.
Carter Holt, got to give him some love. I think it was 52 on that backside pole, sealing the edge there for Willits. 10:43 on a rolling clock, and we have a false start.
Durfee jumped early in the backfield.
Yep. Durfee wanted some.
He was ready.
And I say this facetiously, but a little bit serious. 5 extra yards, that's 1 extra play, and some more time that Lone Peak's going to roll off the clock here.
Right. That's a way to look at it.
3 possession game. You don't leave 3 possessions in the quarter if you keep the ball.
No. No. And that's, I mean, that was Brockbank's plan the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, and this is hard-nosed football. This is, you know, our grandparents' style of football, right? Just hang on to the ball and run the clock.
And there's Durfee behind the pole of Brown, and the dozer goes inside the 15 to the 14. Gain of 6.
And to be honest, to go back to Duchesne, because Duchesne now, of course, shares this 48 win streak record. That's Duchesne football. Hold the ball and just run it.
It's so true.
That's the way to win ball games.
A funny, interesting note here. We talk about the previous high classification, if you will, winning streak was Timpview at 36 games. They lost that game. That streak ended in the first game of the year in 2009. As on 2nd down and 8, they give to Willits on the left side, and Willits inside the 10 to the 7. And I only bring it up, that was the first game of High School Rewind. We were there.
Oh. And who did they lose to?
They lost to Pleasant Grove. Dallas Lloyd and the Super Pleasant Grove team. And it was at, we had the Kruger kid transfer from Tim Panogas. You had, Dallas Lloyd's outstanding running back, and you had all these guys on that team. And it was the road team. It was at Timpview when PG went in there and beat them.
Wow.
Bronson Kafusi and crew.
I recognize those names.
Yeah. 3rd down and 1.
Well, the Kruger went to the NFL for a little bit, didn't he?
Different Kruger. Here's Durfee. Slips 1, slips 2. Get pulled by Pay. 70 and 5 go in, but you might have runner assistance.
I got a flag. We got a flag in the.
You might have runner assistance on Pay, bringing that one back. They'll allow you to knock them. I think you might have that. If you see the little hands kind of shove part, that's the runner assistance.
What kind of penalty is a runner assistance?
I want to say it's 5 yards. So they'll give them the first down. It'll be first and goal.
Oh, side.
No,
that
runner assistance.
That is the runner assistance. I was like, is that sideline warning?
Yeah.
So I have never seen the runner assistance penalty called.
Yeah, you can come in knocking from behind, but Pay literally pulls him into the end zone. Ruined my call. I mean, Pay just wanted some moment there. I was going to give it to him. But it'll be first and goal, Lone Peak.
So different Kruger brother that went into the NFL.
It was a younger brother, yeah.
Oh, the younger brother.
This is 2009, so Paul had just left Utah. So Paul was a rookie with the Ravens. Joe, I believe it was. He also went in the NFL, you're right. He did go to the NFL. Joe left Utah early and didn't have the same career as Paul, but you're right.
Yep, Paul was the one that went to the Ravens. Yeah, that's what you said, huh?
Yep. But I think Eric Carey's asking why isn't it third down, but they'd earned the first down. It's like any play, a hold or anything else. It happened after
got the first down, then the penalty.
Yeah.
Makes it still first and goal, just back a little further. Well, 8:40 left to go. Lone Peak looking to go up by 4 scores.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting to that point where if Lone Peak scores here, it's safe to say they came in here underdogs and got the win.
Well, they're making a statement. And Dane and I will be talking about this. Watch the videos come out this weekend. And maybe, we do all the Lone Peak games, and me keep saying this is not the week I'm picking against Corner Canyon every week. Maybe finally got under the craws of some people. We'll be talking about it. Dare say this will be our best of 6A.
So I missed your picks this week. Who picked what?
I'll tell you in a minute. Here goes Comer on first and goal from the 6. That's Durfee in motion. Willits runs near side. He stood up in the backfield. And then the crew comes and brings him down, making it second and goal. LeBaron once again. And Corner Canyon saying they forced a fumble. But the official's not agreeing.
Yeah, Owen Borg had the football, and he wanted to, hey, I took this out of his hands.
Been a part of those. We pulled it off once.
Well, I wanted to also say, Willits, how about his first initial contact? And they do not bring, and we haven't seen him really brought down on a first initial contact because he keeps those legs pumping.
Second and goal. Going to go to Durfee out of the I formation. Behind Fatisi Manu. Durfee's in. No runner assistance needed. Touchdown, Lone Peak.
Fatisi Manu is a beast, but of course Durfee stays on his feet. The line does their job, and it's a Lone Peak, another score. I'm waiting to see what they're doing here.
I'm not sure what the conference is over, but it's a point after coming up.
We're 33-10.
So 7:46 left in the fourth. And Carr on for the point after.
He's money. The money man.
And it is good.
34-10. All right, so you were going to share with me. You and Dane talked about this game, and I imagine, of course I missed it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you went into a little depth.
Neither of us went with Lone Peak. We went with Corner Canyon. Corner Canyon's been rolling right along. Lone Peak in the struggle against Sky Ridge. In my head, I thought Lone Peak can keep this game close. I did not see this offense doing what they're doing to this defense. Folks,
I don't know if anyone did.
What's that about?
Other than Brockbank.
Other than Brockbank, and the hope was that, right?
I'm sure they're, obviously Lone Peak fans go, hey, we believe in these guys.
Folks, in the 4 years of Eric Carrer being the head coach at Corner Canyon, the average points against Corner Canyon, 13.5 points. So call it 14. So to think you're going to be at 21 doesn't happen a ton.
Right.
And when it does happen, it's usually Corner Canyon's up around the 40 range, right? And so to see where it is now is just, it's stunning.
Well, and Corner Canyon's average score?
Yeah, Corner Canyon's average score was 43.5 to 14. So call it 44, 47 or whatever it was.
They got 10 tonight so far.
Insane. And we'll get into what kind of rarefied air it is for an Eric Kerr coach team.
Are we seeing an amazing, just well-coached Lone Peak team? Or are we seeing a Corner Canyon team that came out unprepared for this game?
I think you're seeing a team that was ready to right what happened last week, knowing what was at stake tonight. And I'm sure they talked about, hey, you let one get away, your brothers let one get away 2 years ago, go finish the job kind of stuff. We'll talk to Bart after this game and get a little more information out of him that doesn't give away anything before the game, but that would be my message, right? It's remember TCU, Utah in 08? You know, this is going to be returned from the 2-yard line. But after Utah beat TCU in that big game in 08, when the game came around in 09, Gary Patterson played the whole thing from Tombstone. You know, it's not, it wasn't revenge, it was a reckoning, right? And he talked about hell's coming with us, and he talked about the whole thing, and they pounded Utah in 09. That'd be what my game plan would be if I were Bart Brockbank all week long. They let one get away. We're not letting it get away this time.
You know, it was interesting talking to Coach Brockbank before the game. I felt an unusual confidence in him. You know, I'm thinking, yeah, you're coming in, you're playing one of the best teams in the state.
DeGrassi with the catch inside the 30. DeGrassi still going to the 20-yard line. And they're not going to go away quietly.
And I should say, the best team, right, at the time.
Yeah.
And he caught talking to him before the game. He just had a different confidence, something about him. He knew that he had prepared this team well going into this game.
And it's a draw. And Brown stopped for a gain of 3. Look, the last time Eric Kerr lost by a margin this big against Lone Peak in his last game at Jordan. It was a 59-37 win for Lone Peak.
Back in
2017. Browns finds DeGrassi again, and DeGrassi to the 10, flag on the play. Right now it is a first down.
That flag came in pretty quick, and it was, I don't know, unless there was some sort of a face mask. Seems like it came in before almost.
Yeah, you think it'd be like defensive
right as
holding,
he caught
right?
it. But I didn't see a defensive guy near him as he caught it. So this one, I'm curious what this penalty is. Looks like it is against Lone Peak.
I guess it'd be like defensive holding or.
So what's that going to be in?
Well, they got the first down, yeah.
Half the distance to the goal?
Well, I think they're going to give him the catch, right? Catch, and he has the first down. So he did catch the ball at the 10-yard line.
So they'll just give him the first and goal here.
Yep.
It'll be first and goal, Chargers.
Well, they got to go quickly here. 6:35 on a rolling clock. Trips near side. John King at the top of the screen, and it'll be Kofe. No, Brown kept it, and Brown's popped by Durfee. And it'll be second and goal.
Fooled me.
I
thought Kofe had it too. But you notice it, who they didn't fool.
The Dozer. Got to give Moose Bingham some credit on that one. Give him that nickname. 6:05 on a rolling clock. Brown fires, caught, touchdown. Plays to Gracie. And Corner Canyon's going to go for 2. So 6 minutes left.
That was a great catch. Dallin Moore was right on top of him, and he hung on to it. Well, that's the thing. You go for 2 from here on out. You're only down by 3 scores. You tie it up.
So 6 minutes to go. Brown, pressure comes. Got a nice block by Kofe. Fires the back of the end zone, too tall, as he was pressured all over the place. That front for Lone Peak. But what a pickup by Kofe. But Lone Peak's D stops him on a 2-point conversion. And so it is 34-16. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, timeout on the field, and you are watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by the Skin Science Institute. Six minutes left in the fourth quarter. Dusty Lister, Mark Winchester with you. Imagine Corner Canyon is going to go onside here.
I can't imagine they would not.
Now, Lone Peak watched opponent Bishop Gorman absolutely bungle this against Hamilton, Arizona some 4 weeks ago. I know they're all aware of it. Been talking to these kids on Twitter and anything else. I know they know about what Bishop Gorman did down in Arizona in a very similar situation. That was like 3 minutes left of the game there. But I'm going to be shocked this ball goes deep. Unless they think they're going to run down and get it.
Well, they're playing up like they're waiting for the onside.
And there is the bounce, and it goes right into the hands of Lone Peak. Didn't catch the number or who got it.
That's number 10. Ammon Moore.
So Ammon doing what was asked of him. And now it is Lone Peak going into 4-minute offense to try to put this one away.
Yeah, Lone Peak can pretty much run the clock out if they can just keep it moving downfield like they've done. Offensive line, making those holes, pushing. You get Willets, Bilbro, you get Durfee. All of them sharing some time back there, run the clock, and they get the win here.
Couple of first downs that do it. As on first down, they go to Willets. And Jackson gets across midfield to the 49-yard line, a gain of 4.
And that's really all he needs.
That's
4 yards.
3 runs of 4 times, right? We grew up playing a wishbones offenses and stuff until you got to high school, and 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And I remember our coach going up and showing us the board. He's like, look, if we average 3 yards, we'll go for it on 4th and 1. We'll get the 3 yards.
Right.
Different time of year, you know.
Well, yeah, especially when you say cloud of dust, because nowadays it's all
pellets, right?
It's the pellets.
Eat rubber.
Right.
2nd and 6. Back to Willets. And he goes into the jaws of that defense, and a gain of 2. As he's marked down at the 47, maybe 46. So he'll give him 3 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Well, and the clock under 5 minutes to go.
Clock down inside of 4:40. Down to 4:35 and rolling. Big third down. And a run. And it's Comer keeping it for the first down. And Comer nearly stripped by Staley, but it's 1st and 10, Lone Peak at the 31. No one saw that coming.
No, and that's exactly why he got the big yardage. But boy, Staley come in there. He did the best he could to try and cause that turnover. Comer does a good job hanging on to it.
Big run by Comer. I love the design of that too. You pull both guard and tackle from one side. Everyone flows to the running back, and Comer hits the seam as we go inside of 4 minutes left in the fourth. Lone Peak looking to salt this one away and stop the streak at 48. The give to Bilbro. And these Lone Peak running backs are running through tacklers as he dives inside the 30 to the 29.
Yeah, they're getting the yardage they need. That's all they need. Just 3 here, 3 there.
And the yards after contact clicker keeps going up and up and up.
And the clock keeps going down and down and down. I'm waiting to see when Coach Kerr is going to take his first time out here.
Yeah, I think get closer to 2 minutes. So 2nd down, 2 seconds left on the play clock. Give it to Willits, and Jackson dives toward the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2, a long 2, and now the first timeout taken by the Chargers with 3:03 to go.
Well, both these teams, I don't know. Is it safe to say this one, Lone Peak's got the win?
There are Lone Peak fans that want us jinxing it.
Oh,
Not in
okay.
hand yet because of what happened 2 years ago.
All right, we won't say anything.
Quite say it's done.
But next week, Lone Peak's got a fairly easy one against Westlake.
Yep.
And then Corner Canyon's got probably the easiest of with it going against Pleasant Grove.
Right.
So they'll finish out the region play with those games. Who's playing tonight? Is it American Fork and Skyridge?
No, they already played.
They already played?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Wonder if we can see some other scores.
AF Skyridge is tomorrow. We know that Farmington and Fremont might be delayed to tomorrow. We're not playing till after 10 o'clock tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the game's in a lightning delay.
So I actually did a broadcast of a game where we had a lightning delay, and we ended up playing that game. It finished the next day.
They said about doing that tonight. 3rd down and 3, 3:03 to go. And it's a give to Willits. Bounces off the left side, and Jackson Willits has the first down before he's finally brought down by Taggart.
That's Bilbro.
Probably that is Bilbro, my bad.
Bilbro's got a first.
34 and 32. Looking like Bo and Marcus.
First down.
First and 10, Knights.
They've been giving their running backs a lot of rest, you know, back and forth from Bilbro to Willits to Durfee. And it's working.
Absolutely.
Down to 2.5 minutes left to go.
Back on the ground, and Willits finds a seam again, and Jackson inside the 10. And I don't see Laundry, he lost a helmet. But it'll be another first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Lone Peak.
Yeah, that'll be 1st and goal there. There was a little confusion between the chain gang. They were like, wait, should we stretch this? At the same time, I was wondering what Comer was doing, if he was waiting for a call or if he was not realizing that they got the first there. Well, we are down to 2 minutes left to go here in this game. And Lone Peak knocking on the door to score again.
And it is Bilbro off the right side, and Bilbro is popped by Ebling and crew. And Corner Canyon not going to burn timeouts. I think Coach has done a little of the math. It's like, Tom, way to get off the field. Maybe wait until third down to take the timeout.
Well, Dusty, I'm stunned. And not that I didn't think Lone Peak couldn't get the win.
Right.
But to come in here and beat Corner Canyon 34-16.
Folks, this is the lowest point total for Corner Canyon since the 2019 semifinals when they won 20-15.
Wow.
This is the lowest point total for an Eric Hare offense since he was at Jordan. They lost an out-of-state game to, I believe it was called Catholic Cathedral out of San Diego, and they lost that game 20-6. So rarefied air, and we're gonna have some time to fill, is really seeing the praise of what Brockbank has done on offense, what Ryan Denny's done on defense. This Lone Peak team, this is not the same team that played against Sky Ridge last week.
Not one bit. Not one bit, and it's very true. You know, Brockbank, as far as the, what am I trying to say? I'm stunned. I am speechless tonight, Dusty. The offensive line has continued to push and push. That offensive line for Lone Peak, they're the offensive player of the game, defensive player of the game, the defensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. Connor Kelly was I want to call it one man, an absolute wrecking crew. Not one man.
But we called every
Siri,
single one of those guys on that defensive line. But yes, Kelly was all over Brown. And if it wasn't Kelly, it was Siri, it was Darrington,
and Fatisi Manu. They're going to go to Durfee. Falls behind Fatisi Manu. And it'll be fourth down. And the final timeout taken by Corner Canyon with 55 seconds left. And now the Knights.
I imagine they'll come out, they'll bring Carr out and just kick a field goal here.
And the only concern they'd have, remember last week they had a similar situation against Sky Ridge where the kick got blocked. With a big play in that game.
Sends points the other way, I guess, if that's the case. Well, 55 seconds left to go. And I am waiting to see if I don't. Carr is not coming out on the field.
They go for broke. Not only that, you don't get it. You're giving them a 97-yard or 93-yard field.
Yeah.
To work.
That's
with 55
true.
seconds left.
It is true.
That burns more time. But 18 points in 55 seconds. Jim McMahon's not pulling that one off.
I think that's Willits lined up in the backfield.
I formation, Tisamanu, the fullback, in a play action. Comer throws the back corner. And a flag comes in. Remember, it's not an automatic first down. It'll be fourth down from half the distance. They'll put the ball around the 5-ish yard line. 5, maybe 4-yard line. And it'll be another play for Lone Peak.
Well, Cole Christensen tried to come back for that. And the defensive back, of course, gave him a little bit of a pull that he was unable to. I don't know. Would he have come back and gotten it? That's a good question.
That's a great question, and they're just saying, hey, he was bodied up on him and didn't have the chance to do it. It's all about where he was with his hands. So here we go, fourth down again, and now Lone Peak will take a timeout with 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And we'll take it with them. We'll be back with this fourth down play. You're watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network. 4th down and 3 after the pass interference. 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And they're going to turn and give to Willits. And Willits scores! There's the nail!
40-16. Well, here comes a flag thrown in. I wonder if it's excessive celebration here.
And if you're Lone Peak, you'll take it.
Has Corner Canyon ever been scored on? Have 40 points ever been scored upon Corner Canyon?
Just give me a minute.
Do you have
there.
that stat?
Has 40 been scored on him?
Yeah.
No, not since Eric Kerr took over. First time his team has scored 40 points against Corner Canyon in the Eric Kerr era. The highest point total surrendered by Corner Canyon in the Eric Kerr era was his last and only loss till tonight, where they surrendered 34 points and lost 34-33 in the 5A semifinals.
Wow.
The Lone Peak stopped history, and they did it, and they've done it, and it's not over, and it is.
I mean, 44 seconds.
Yeah, I'm only saying this because there's time left.
Right.
Because I didn't want to put this in the end, but my goodness. We'll have plenty of time to sing the praises, and you'll see our RJ mental performance of the week. Obviously going to be what Lone Peak did tonight, and bouncing back from what happened a week ago, but my goodness gracious, what an evening for Lone Peak football.
Well, the big thing, of course, fans were looking forward to Corner Canyon getting that win streak record. Instead, the win streak record now will end, and Duchesne High School and Corner Canyon High School will now share that record at 48.
Yeah.
You know, something that I can't imagine that being broken anytime soon within the next 10 years.
When we talk about the run of athletes, and what's amazing is that, you know, obviously Zach Wilson brought so much attention to Corner Canyon High School, being drafted number 2 overall and all that kind of stuff. He wasn't part of the winning streak. It was his last game.
No.
So you're looking at guys like Cole Hagan, Jackson Dart, Noah Kerr, Cody Hagan. I mean, Cody Hagan has been nearly a part of every one of these wins. Nearly every one of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's going to come to an end. And just absolutely insane. And you look at the team in Lone Peak that felt like they had the best shot to have stopped this thing earlier, being the one that does it, and they do it in impressive fashion. Coming off a frustrating loss a week ago, but again, sometimes that loss can get you back in that mental thing of, hey, maybe we aren't as good as we think we are. We got to show how good we are. There's that opportunity to prove how good you are, because this is a team in Lone Peak. Look, when they went down to Bishop Gorman, they thought they would go win that game. And it was 14-7. Durfee's going in to score, gets hit, the ball goes popping out and through the end zone, and Gorman scored 2 plays later, and that game changed. But they felt like they were going to go down to Las Vegas and win that game. This is a confident group. And to have that awakening game last week obviously sat the way the coaches wanted it to sit, because it could be a watershed moment. Either you fall backwards and this season falls apart, or you learn from it and you'll get something. And here was the big carrot, Corner Canyon.
Yeah. 38 seconds left to a win.
Brown goes through the hands of DeGracie. It'll be 2nd and 5 with 33 seconds to go.
I mean, something like that doesn't happen. They're razzled.
And it's just emotionally, right?
Yeah, frazzled.
Yeah.
Razzled and frazzled. When
it goes out, you just kind of figure it out. But what a night. I mean, a night for Lone Peak, and they get a long weekend on it. Because Dorby say, hey, turn the page, we got to move. You get an extra day, man. You essentially get 2 days to celebrate this one. Thursday night, you get all day Friday and all weekend.
No, they're going to be coming right back, ready to go play next week. They'll play Westlake, try to finish up region play.
They'll finish up region play and then get the first round bye. in the first round of the 6A state tournament. Both these teams most likely will. You have to watch our rankings video. What do we do with this one? Think you know.
Do we?
Think you know who's going to be number one? Dane and I might have to scratch it out, but I think there's...
I don't know. That's a tough...
I talk about the Highlander all the time. Not to give away what I think.
Well, because now everyone's beat each other.
Yeah, that's true. As Brown fires and Cloward broke that one up. Maddox able to jump in.
Down to 22 seconds left in the game.
As I mentioned, probably got Cloward family watching. I'm sure Maddox wanted to wear number 9 like his dad did, like his uncle did in baseball, but he got to settle with 17. It's still a good number.
Well, I think at this point, Chargers want to end on a score. You want to end on a little momentum here?
As Trey Kofe escorted out of bounds by Fotu. And it'll be 4th down and 2 for Brown and the Chargers. But again, look out for our videos this weekend. Dane and I will recap the happenings of Thursday, Friday football. We'll have our top 5 plays and performances. We'll have our rankings video and our picks video.
Try to beat Dane and Dusty
Many
in the picking game.
Many have done it. Hey, I went 11-1 2 weeks ago, and it's funny. Greg Sterner goes, "You got to talk some trash." I'm not talking trash because the next week I went 6-6. So
no, make your picks.
Yeah.
Let someone beat you. I don't know. It does make it a little more fun to beat a person that's talking trash. So.
Right. It does. I mean, it's a lot more fun to beat guys that we'll call ourselves experts, but we're good at what we do. We've done it for a long time. As DeGracie will make that catch, and that will do it. But the streak ends at 48. Lone Peak comes into Corner Canyon and finishes the job from 2019.
Absolute stunner tonight. Lone Peak came in. Did they make some mistakes? Yes, but they did exactly what they needed to do to win this ball game. And like we talked about Brockbank. We mentioned it several times tonight. He had those key points: run the ball, keep the ball, and take up clock. And they did it.
Absolutely unreal. Where the streak ends at 48 in Lone Peak, it's their first win against Corner Canyon. 41-16, impressive from the first snap of the ball tonight.
Really was.
Your player of the game.
I've got to go defensive line.
I like it.
I got to give it to the line tonight.
So you're going Kelly, Fatisamanu,
Darrington.
Darrington. Those four.
Those four were really the four we called. Anytime Brown was getting chased out of the pocket.
You hold that offense to 16 points. That's a great pick. I'm also very offensive-minded. I love that. So I even go Willits. I thought Willits was huge. That offensive line, Brown and Pay and crew were spectacular. Comer played great. But you're right, that defensive front was a difference in this ball game. And if you're going to beat Corner Canyon, you have to hold down this offense. And they did that tonight. Absolutely spectacular. What an evening. Lone Peak fans enjoy this one, but what a run by Corner Canyon. Ken Anthony's not talking about that. The run of Corner Canyon, 48 straight. 3 state championships. The season's not over. That's still out there for Eric Kerr's Corner Canyon Chargers. But what an evening for Lone Peak to get a 41-16 win. But Corner Canyon has done this impressively, and you're not going to see a lot of smack talking. They're going to have to do it again.
Well, like you mentioned, both these teams are going to go into the playoffs with a first-round bye. They're looking to meet up again in the championship.
Semifinals, we'll see where it shakes them out in the RPI. This could be very interesting where this goes.
You're true.
So,
you're right.
Oh, we'll see a second one, I dare say. But what a night tonight for Lone Peak. Again, our final score, the Lone Peak Knights 41, the Corner Canyon Chargers 16. Lone Peak stops the streak at 48. Bounce back after the loss last week to Sky Ridge. Folks, again, check out our videos on Game Night Live Rewind. But again, Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by our friends at the Skin Science Institute. For Vince Francis and Mark Winterton, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and watching Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by the Skin Science Institute. So long, everybody. don't know when the scoreboard went funky again.
That one.